What's up, brother?
What up, brother?
How you doing? Episode 124 going down right now.
124, big one.
Getting up there, man. We're almost halfway through season 3, and this has been the longest season of my fucking life.
We've had a lot of changes during this season, so.
Two studio changes, and then one of those studio changes was like us going in between 3 or 4 different places. So that was like a month where we're just like killing time.
We did a lot of pop-ups.
Did pop-ups, did our first live show. I mean, this season's been macking so far, bro. We've been crushing it. And I'm not going to lie, my routine for like on days we record is get up early, go grab Jack Nation from the house, and then stop by Chick-fil-A, bro. I don't know why. Like, I've been so obsessed with the Chick-fil-A chicken biscuit lately.
Yeah.
Like, spicy chicken biscuit, add pepper jack cheese.
Pepper jack cheese, got
Or a
you.
little bit of Chick-fil-A sauce on top. Bro, that shit hits.
You ever hit the grape jelly on there?
I've heard it's good.
Grape jelly's good on the biscuits with chicken.
I've heard it's good, which it doesn't, like, that strikes me as a weird combo. You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
so good. It's so good. Even with the pepper jack cheese. I don't know what.
Okay, that's weird.
It's good. I'm telling you.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
I'm telling you. How's your road to 200 going, speaking of food?
Oh, it's going. It's going. I mean, so this week was like the final touches of me and Cass moving into our new place.
Mm-hmm.
And it was smooth but stressful. You know what I mean? Just like,
I mean, moving's hard.
moving's hard, bro. Yeah. Like, luckily we had movers. And that actually kind of ties like a little bit into my win of the week, bro, is like the movers made it really fucking easy with a lot of the different things. But I don't know, man. Like, it's just sometimes it's just stressful, like trying to set everything up in the new place because it's all like a different layout. Right. You know what I mean? So you're like trying to put like certain pictures in like the right places and whatever. Honestly, I told Cass, bro, I was like, just wear whatever you want.
Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Like, she's so good with like interior design and shit. I was like, you just pick out where you want the shit. Mm-hmm. I'll hang it up. And then, you know, dude, the funnest thing is like whenever you're moving into a place and like you get to flex your muscles a little bit. She's like, you know, Cass is like, oh my God, this door, like this like thing is like broken or whatever. You're like,
fix it.
Baby, I got that. You know what I mean? Like, that's like I love whenever she's like, oh, do you know what's going on here? Like, her mattress was fucked up. It was like this like sleep number fucking.
It's your time to shine.
I'm like, hey baby, clock in. Let me get this shit. But no, road to 200, man. Like, it's going good. this week I wasn't really tracking macros. We went to the gym like once just because it's like as soon as we get home for the day, you know, it's like let's move, let's pack shit up. We surprisingly made like a bunch of progress. Like, Thursday was going to be our day to get like all the like last boxes and like the stuff that we could fit in our cars that the movers weren't going to get and like whatever. But bro, Wednesday night we pretty much had all that shit done. So Thursday, Cass just had to wake up and like grab a couple things out of the laundry and whatever, just haul ass over there. But no, it's sick, bro. I cannot wait for you to see this place.
Yeah,
like,
I'm excited.
Summertime, it's like the perfect summertime spot because
is there parking?
Oh, plenty.
Oh yeah,
surprisingly, plenty,
good.
bro. So I mean, you know how it is. Like, we've lived in pretty much every different spot of the beaches. I've lived in AB, Neptune Beach, Jack's Beach twice. Like, now
Mayport.
Now like the one place I haven't lived was Mayport too. Mm-hmm. Like, the one place I haven't lived is South Jack's Beach.
Yeah.
The best thing ever. I'm not.
Are you a South Jack's Beach kid now?
I'm a South Jack's Beach boy because here's the thing: is back when we were at our old spot, it was like kind of near like the heart of Jack's Beach. And it's just so fucking busy. I mean, you know how it is. Like, even at 9 o'clock in the morning, it's hard to find parking. You can't park anywhere. And, you know, even when you go to that beach access, you're getting like a little bit of like the touristy like flood from the pier.
Yeah.
So it's like, dude, you're out there. It's like a million people around you. It doesn't really feel like you're at like a private beach, you know? But dude, like South Jack's Beach is the vibe. Like, I'm gonna just say how it is, bro.
Is there a good break there? Can we surf?
Great break. That was the first thing I checked. So, I like, it's cool too because like you can just kind of walk out there. Like, there's not that many parking spots, but there's parking like at our place. Mm-hmm. So it's like you're not gonna get like a lot of people from like over the ditch that are gonna come through and try to surf there, or try to just like have a beach day there. Right. It is clutch. And guess what I saw the other day?
Who?
Coltrane.
I saw him the other day too. I was driving down First Street and I saw him just running.
Yeah, just like walking down the sidewalk, bro, with his fucking crop top on. So shout out to the boy. And then, but yeah, no, road to 200, I think I'm pretty stable right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, haven't been eating super crazy. Haven't been really all my protein and shit. Like, I packed that up in a box and like just want to get it to the new place. And my blender was there. So, I mean, yeah, it's been a chill week.
So you've been slacking.
How about you?
Oh, I've been grinding, brother.
Really?
Yes, my legs. It's all in my legs. I've been doing legs like 3 times a week, and that's the cheat code.
But see, you've needed to get back on that pace because you had like 2 weeks where you weren't really.
Yeah, I've been slacking before, but the last like week and a half, I'm up there. I'm coming back.
Well, good shit, brother. Let's jump into win of the week.
Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 124, win of the week. You want to start us off?
Yeah, I'll go first. My win of the week is actually, it has to do with plants. You know me.
You know the boy.
I was at work yesterday, and I was actually kind of pissed off because I got sent, 1, to a house. I don't work on houses.
Yeah.
2, I couldn't be there until 3 p.m. on a Friday, which is
Lord knows you are non-residential.
Come on, brother. So I get out there. I've actually been there before, sweet old lady, and I get there, and she's so excited to see me. And the work I had to do, like I was there for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
But I ended up, we were talking about her garden. She got like a tropical rainforest back there. And next thing I know, by the time I finish up fixing her panel, she's got like 6 different pots of plants dug out of her yard for me and this big old staghorn fern. And I've always wanted a staghorn fern.
Oh, I saw that.
Yes.
Those things are those the ones that get like really big?
And they look like deer antlers.
Yes. Oh my God.
So
those
she
are
had one
sick.
just laying there. She was like, "Do you want this?" I'm like, "Yes."
Dude, that is
She gave it to
fucking
me.
sick,
It was
bro.
really cool. She was a really nice lady. So shout out Miss Carolyn. I think Carolyn.
That's
Shout out
dope,
to you,
bro. My win of the week, very simple. BJ's deep dish pizza. You would never thought. I didn't know BJ's even had pizza, but bro, their deep dish is
gotta cook it or
fucking
no?
clutch. No. It's like
already-
at the place.
yeah,
Yeah, like
okay.
you go. It's like a restaurant. You sit down and fucking.
Oh, BJ's. I thought you
Yeah.
were talking about like the wholesale store.
No,
Oh, okay.
no, dude, and it's fucking so gas. And then my second one of the week is the movers, bro, because the movers made like, if you ever move and you don't have movers, like you're fucking
struggling.
slacking. Bro, I'll never move without movers again. And it looks like our guest today is already pulling up, bro.
Right on time.
So I'm super excited. This is a huge episode. We're actually going to be doing something a little different this episode. We're going to switch it up a little bit, make it a little more interesting. But nonetheless, huge guest in the building today. I'm fucking stoked for this one, boys. Let's go ahead and jump into it.
Let's go.
What up, OGs? Episode 124 going down right now. And of course, I'm here with my brother, Joey.
Yes,
Allen.
sir. Yes, sir.
How you feeling, man?
Feeling good. I'm excited for this episode.
I'm excited too. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a big guest in the building. He is the face of Happy Dad in Northeast Florida. And some of y'all know him as the Jax Beach Prez, the man himself, Collin Stephens.
What's going on, boys? What's going on?
What's up, brother? Okay, so we're going to crack one early, huh?
Yeah, let's start it now. The most important part, let's get it out of the way.
Yeah,
Let's do
so boys, cheers.
Cheers.
So this episode's going to be a little different. This is the first time me and Joey have ever drank on the pod, but it's only right.
And Joey, I believe it's your first Happy Dad ever,
It
right?
is my first Happy Dad ever.
Well,
Really?
listen, if you like it, let me know. If you don't, lie to me, okay?
Let's see. It's pretty good beer.
Yeah? It's a seltzer. That's probably why.
It is a seltzer, isn't
It
it?
is. It says it right there.
What flavor are you rocking with right now?
I don't even know. There's
He's
flavors.
got the wild cherry.
Wild cherry.
Yeah, you got watermelon, I got pineapple.
Oh my god.
I'm saving the best for last because mine's lemon lime. My favorite's lemon lime.
No way.
It's in the bottom of the cooler.
Really?
the bottom of the cooler. So we have to drink all the
Exactly.
Oh,
we got to get
gosh.
there.
Okay, so we're
Make
gonna
you guys earn it.
I say we run this episode until we finish the case.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, that's only four apiece.
4 piece.
How quickly can you down 4 Happy Dads?
Hold on, I didn't eat breakfast.
You'll be fine.
Okay.
It's very light.
Okay,
It's a refreshing drink. I mean, I could drink. I've been paid to drink for the last couple of years, so if you needed me to shotgun 4 right now, I could. But also, I could drag this out for a couple hours.
Yeah.
if need
Can you
be.
shotgun 3 of mine?
Are you
We'll
only
see.
are you only drinking Happy Dad nowadays?
It depends on what mood I'm in.
Okay.
I've been a beer guy since I was 21, so nothing beats an ice cold beer. Sometimes when you need it, but yeah, I mean, in order to promote my own brand and get it out into the market and introduce people to it, I usually have a Happy Dad in my hand.
What's your go-to beer?
Just an Ultra.
Really?
Yeah. I love Sam Adams Oktoberfest, but it's seasonal. So
Yeah,
I got to
true.
earn it. I got to wait out the
Yeah.
year to get there.
For sure. But I mean, a Mick Ultra, bro, that's water. Like
Yeah.
you say this water, like I can put down a couple Mick Ultras.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, wick, boy.
Those are
If
refreshing.
I'm just sitting at a bar or even at home, like watching TV, Happy Dad gets the job done, right? But like if you're out in the yard, like sweating your ass off, doing yard work, nothing hits better than like an ice cold Ultra, dude.
I'm a
It's-
Yingling man.
So
is.
I love a heavy beer.
I used to love Yingling.
I wanna feel
I
like
have
shit.
a bad experience with it.
Why?
21st birthday. My birthday's July, so 110 degrees outside. Because I was 21, I was in charge of buying the booze, invited all my friends over for a pool party, Dager, and I got a keg of Yingling.
Oh gosh.
So I mixed a bunch of liquor as well. I was young, dumb, and stupid, dude. Like, so I introduced, every person that showed up to my house, I had them pick the shot that they wanted to take with me for my 21st birthday. I had Gold Tequila, Jaeger, Svedka, and Captain Morgan.
My goodness.
And then on top of that, a keg of Yingling sitting out in the sun.
That's bad.
Like 10, 11 people showing up. Dude, I lasted about 90 minutes on my 21st birthday.
And
since then, like, obviously it was every other liquor that ruined that day for me, but since then I can't touch anything. I can't touch it, dude.
What about what are the ones we used to drink all the time? Twisted tea.
Too much sugar, dude. You know, it's caffeinated, and we actually just introduced the tea as well. So they're starting to pop up in liquor stores all across the territory, but only 1 gram of sugar. I actually consider it, like, when I tell people about it, it's an unsweet tea. But when it's ice cold, dude, you're out on the boat or sitting by the pool.
Yeah.
Talk about water, bro. It's crazy. Like, how easy it is to put down.
A twisted tea, it doesn't even feel like you're drinking. I mean, it feels like a dessert beverage.
It's just
like
sweet tea.
It's sweet tea, exactly.
And so they're definitely good. It's just like, talk about a hangover. The next day. When you get drunk on twisted tea.
Oh, dude, we'd go play golf. I mean, I remember with your dad too. Like, we'd go play golf at full 18, and we'd crush 2 cases at least. I mean, we would, and me and Joey, we've always been in the lightweight department.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, we can't fucking swing.
We can't even swing, bro. He's pulling out his fucking putter on the tee box.
I'm one of the few people in this world that don't like to drink when I'm golfing, and it's because of that reason. Like, I'm already bad at golf as it is. And then when I get a little buzz in my system and my ball starts going into the woods, into the lake, all that, I'm like, dude, I'm done. Like, I can, like, around hole 12 or 13, I'm like, fuck it, pack it up. Like,
there's like a happy balance you have to get to.
Right, like, I can stretch out, you know, 3 or 4 happy dads on a golf course, like, through 18. It's just, I don't like drinking while I'm golfing.
I think me and Joey like to drink while we golf because you get so bad at counting whenever you're drunk. So 100%. Like, you know, for him, like, technically he did hit the ball 8 times, but
I'm only riding 3.
He's only riding 3 because it's like you only remember those 3.
Of course, I birdied this hole. The ball went in the hole.
No, but I
tap it into the hole. Yeah, exactly.
I was on the Twisted Tea game pretty heavy, and then the Sun Cruisers came out. Dude, and the Sun Cruisers are so easy to put down, bro.
Dangerous.
Like,
I think they're BOGO in Publix right now.
Oh gosh,
dude. It's the like, I've never really been a huge like lemonade guy, but the lemonade and or Arnold Palmer mix, whatever Sun Cruiser, bro, that shit slaps.
It's crazy. I can down some Sun Cruisers, but I had a like weird experience with them a couple weeks ago, where like I was waking up and violently throwing up like in the middle of the night after like 4 or 5 of them, you know, nothing like, it's not like I was blackout. It's like, oh, I know why you were throwing up. It's like, nah. So I don't know if it's just, you know, they only say 1 gram of sugar on it. I don't know if there's like aspartame or something in it that was like causing heartburn or something like that. But yeah, I mean, I'll still drink them. But, it was like a couple times I've woke up like it all has to come up.
You know, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, whenever I start with Sun Cruisers, I'm the same way. Like, I'm hurting the next day. Yeah. It's not even like I'm really throwing up that much, but dude, I'm feeling it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's always when I start with Sun Cruisers.
To joke about how easy it is to put these down, when I did my training and I had to fly out to LA when I got the job, and they're like, you know, I don't want to say that they told me it's impossible to get a hangover on Happy Dads, but they said it's hard. So I fly back to Jacksonville. I put on like my first event, and I'm like, they said I can't get a hangover. Dude, I don't know if I finished every can, but I had opened at least 28 cans of Happy Dad that night.
Oh my
God.
God.
I woke up the next day. I went right back to bed. I was like, we'll try again tomorrow. Like, found the limit, 28.
How did you get the job with Happy Dad? Like, how did this process start?
Dude, super cool experience. I'll take you all the way back a couple years ago. It's during COVID. It's actually on the tail end of COVID, 2021. UFC announces they're coming to Jacksonville. First live event they've done in over a year. I worked at Surfer at the time, and Dana White brings his party to Surfer for a pre-night party. And the GM calls me and says, first security guard that can get here will be in charge of Dana's party tonight. I said, I'm on my way. And I showed up at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, like ready to just set up and stuff. Fast forward throughout the night, it was crazy, dude. Like, people are going nuts for him. And he brought Nelkin and like the guys who are now my boss, like they were all partying in Surfer. Bob Menery, Colby Covington showed up. Like,
oh my God.
Dude, packed out. Like, Hall of Fame star status central in Surfer the Bar, Jacks Beach.
Dude.
And I, years ago, was an elementary boys basketball coach, a kid that was on my team years ago in this very moment while I'm protecting Dana's section. The kid had actually had a heart attack. And, you know, it was kind of like a thoughts and prayers thing. His parents were keeping me posted. I asked my boss at the time, dude, I just got to get a picture with the guy and, like, tell him about this kid. And my boss gave me the green light. I walked Dana out to his car at the end of the night, and I said, hey, man, just a quick story for you. I tell him about Joshy. He had a heart attack. He goes, give me the phone, and records a whole video to send to the kid. And in the video, he said, Joshy, if you make it through this surgery, you got UFC tickets with your name on it. You just let me know whichever fight you want to go to. And he clicked send. I said, oh my God, like that's not what I expected at all.
Wow.
Dana, like how do I cash in on that favor when he makes it through? He goes, take my number down, call me.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I just got Dana White's fucking phone number. So stayed in touch with him over the years, man. Texted him, before fights, still do. Just wish him good luck, after a fight, nice job, happy holidays, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And one day I reached out to him. At the time, I was selling High Noon. I got into that job thanks to working in the industry for so long. I saw like these liquor reps come in. I'm like, that seems like a pretty cool job. I got laid off from my job before, applied to go work for the distribution company that sells High Noon, and I got it. It was a bottom of the totem pole job. You got to work your way up kind of deal.
Sure.
And I mean, it was a cool gig. Got my feet wet in the industry. And one day I was already on to like doing party promotions and trying to figure out a way to get Surfer going. And I said, I talked to the GM and said, would you guys ever air a UFC fight? Like I can bring people in because that's how big our following is.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, like figure out what we need to do. And I reached out to Dana and said, hey, Surfer wants to air a fight. Like, how do we go about it? He said, I'll take care of it. Would you guys carry Happy Dad? I'm like, I mean, yeah, if you're asking, duh. Like, yeah, if that's the trade-off, sure. Like, I'll get him to bring in Happy Dad.
Yeah.
He goes, cool, call this guy. Now, I work in liquor sales. I know how to order Happy Dad. You just reach out to your local distribution rep and buy it.
Yeah.
But he gave me the president of the company's number. I was like, okay, this is not the guy I need to call, but I'm going to.
Yeah.
So I was actually with my buddy Mark in my living room, and I called the guy. He answers, hey, man, I'm a buddy of Dana's. We're in Jacksonville Beach, Florida. I think you've actually been to my bar before, but, like, we want to carry Happy Dad. And he's like, well, I mean, you just got to call your local rep. I was like, I know that. He goes, but, like, we can hook you up with some swag and merch and stuff. Like, what do you want, like, Nelk to come through? I'm like, I mean, we're not even asking for that, but that'd be sweet. But they've been there before. So, like, whatever you could do, like, we'll promote the brand. And he goes, cool, well, my only rep in Florida right now is based in Miami. Like, my apologies, it might take him a while to get back to you. We're actively trying to hire more. And I took that. I said, okay, well, fuck the rest of my conversation. I work for High Noon, and I don't really love it right now. How actively are you trying to hire? And would you hire someone in Jacksonville? He goes, yeah, Jacksonville is actually one of the markets we're targeting. You want to tell him to fuck off and come work for me? I said, I'll fly out tomorrow. And I had to go through a little interview process. And, I was competing against other people who had actually applied for the job.
Yeah.
And fast forward through a couple rounds of interviews, I got the job. And I was on the next flight out to LA.
That
That is fucking dope.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, anytime I hear, like, shit talking on Dana White on the internet, like, okay, one, the guy's not perfect, and he's never claimed to be. But, like, that guy changed my life, and he probably doesn't even have my number saved in his phone.
Dude, that's
So,
fucking nuts.
Like, he's...
Shout out Dana.
Yeah, shout out Dana, man. We call him Uncle Dana in the company now. He influences us. So, like, if he asks us to do something, it's no questions asked. We're doing
Right,
it.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, bro. Like, he's done so many dope things with his company already.
Yeah.
Like, you got to salute him just for what the shit he's done with the UFC.
Oh, my gosh.
And so, I mean, that's a dope story, bro.
Yeah.
And it's cool because, like, were you fucking with Happy Dad before you start working for them?
Not really.
Because I know for me, bro, I've always watched the Full Send podcast. So,
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge Nelk guy.
Right.
But, dude, just the way that they've done everything with Happy
They've
Dad,
completely
like,
transformed their platform. And I mean, they still do the pranks and stuff. but
Because, like, think about...
it's incredible.
guys-
They've done a great job at staying relevant.
Oh my God, staying relevant, bro. Like, look at them with the way that they've done the Full Send pod, and then now they've got, like, the Happy Dad thing rolling. It's like...
And Pivot.
It's sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
Pivot, great, bro. Like, so shout
Also
out
a
to
good
them.
podcast. The Happy Dad used to sponsor the Pivot podcast.
Oh, that's
wow.
right.
Yeah.
Fred Taylor. Yeah,
And
yeah.
so, I mean, Happy Dad, shout out to them, bro, because they've also sponsored, like, so many dope people.
Yeah.
Like, where UFC-wise, like, they've got the best. Like, the best people to market in the UFC are under Happy
Dude,
Dad.
our guy tonight, Diego Lopez, he's fighting.
What about Patty Pimblett? Is he under Happy Dad?
We've posted a lot of content with him recently,
Okay.
and I'm hoping maybe one day there's a future where where we do have that conversation, but
Yeah.
there's no, like, that's not a rumor or any breaking news or anything. It's just, I'm a huge Paddy Pimblett fan.
So I want to jump into the UFC talk, but I want to finish up the Happy Dad thing first because I've got a lot of questions at this apartment. Were you drinking Happy Dad before you even applied for the job?
Dude, first Happy Dad I ever drank was when I landed in LA. It was the day before I started training.
That's crazy.
What if you went to go drink it and it was just like shit?
I was going to lie my way through it.
Yeah.
I was going to. I mean, it's like,
Are you still?
no, I'm not lying through it now. No, I love the brand. I love the product. So it's a great drink.
And how did that, like, were you nervous going into that first interview or like even going to LA? Like you knew you had the job, but were you kind of like nervous to like, because Happy Dad strikes me as like it's almost like the Barstool Sports of alcohol.
Yeah.
Like with just the way they do their marketing, the way that they kind of have like that swag along with the brand. You know what I mean? Like there's got
Did you have to like sell yourself or like do like not an act, but like are they looking for personality specifically?
I mean, we're a sales company at the end of the day, right? Like people hear Happy Dad and they think, you know, we're automatically affiliated with Nelk and all that, which is like, we are in a sense, right? But like, if I told you I worked for Boston Beer Group, like, would that even register with you? Yeah, Boston Beer Group owns Truly, they own Sun Cruiser, they own Sam Adams. Like, I'm pretty much in the same role as one of them is. It's not like I'm out there hanging out with Nelk all the time. It's just our company does have such a cool status. But when it comes to like moving product on the ground, like I'm removed from all the limelight and, you know, the being the center of attention. I'm a normal guy who works for a really cool company.
Yeah. Word. Okay.
So yeah, I'm sales, I'm data, I'm reporting, I'm sending emails. Like, you know, I have employees that, you know, ask me how much product they need to sell and we got quotas to meet, stuff like that. So
what is the biggest benefit of working for Happy Dad?
Honestly, the perks of like everyone, especially in our age group, like knowing my brand, you know, it's my job to sell. And in the market we're in, like as far as Jack's Beach goes and stuff like that, everybody already knows me and even more people know Happy Dad. So when I go in and have that conversation, it's usually pretty easy. It's like, oh yeah, we'll bring it in.
No, I see. Yeah. Okay. And so is like your job, like on a day-to-day, are you going to different bars and you're just basically trying to get them to carry Happy Dad?
So I was. I recently got promoted. So
good shit, brother. Okay, bet.
Yeah.
That's sick.
So when I started the job, I was put in charge of Jacksonville, Tallahassee, and Gainesville. Okay. And bars does play a big part of it. I actually find more passion in going to bars and restaurants and selling product, but a lot of it was going to retail, Publix, Walmart, ABC liquor stores, Total Wines. And say, you know, every time you walk in to a Walmart and you see that big Bud Light display in the front, that's what I'm trying to pitch to a Walmart store manager.
Okay, word.
The bars and restaurants was always viewed as like, you know, if you have time kind of deal.
Yeah.
Now I'm in charge of everything Orlando and North in the state of Florida.
Nice.
Okay, good shit, bro.
I'll still be active, like in the market, what we call it, right? Going into these stores, going into bars and restaurants. But we recently switched distribution companies, and they have so many more people that are able to what we call service these accounts, go into them on a daily basis, whether it's retail or bars and restaurants. Yeah, where they want to move us to more of a remote role eventually, and make sure that these people go in and like do that job and they do the selling. For sure. It's really cool. You know, again, I always make myself available, especially like in the Jacksonville area, right? It's like, okay, the rep might not have a great relationship with the bar, but I do. Right. Because I've been drinking at all these bars for 8 years now. So, like, hey, if you can't sell Happy Dad in, call me. I'll go down there and sell it.
What is like your number one selling point whenever you're going to a bar or to Publix or whatever?
What's your pitch?
Yeah, like what's the pitch? Like,
I'll leave numbers out of it, but price point, we beat a lot of our competitors. Okay. Following, social media presence, dude, we're the number one most followed seltzer, top 2 most followed alcohol company in the world on Instagram.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah.
Who's number 1?
It goes back and forth between us and Kendall Jenner's tequila.
That's crazy.
Okay, yeah.
So, I mean,
makes sense.
It's Kendall Jenner.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, we have 1 million followers alone on Instagram. White Claw has, like, 250,000. It's crazy.
That is insane,
Yeah, which, I mean,
bro.
like, it's no discredit to White Claw. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, their marketing doesn't come from Instagram. It comes from everybody in the world knows about White Claw.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, our social media presence, our following, our assets, and then on top of that, price point gets the job done usually. Yeah. So it's like listen, you carry White Claw and you're paying this much.
And the brand too. Like I remember when Happy Dad first started, bro, if you ever saw a case of Happy Dad sold somewhere, you're like, oh, this is my new store.
Right.
Just because you knew that they were like a part of the culture. Like they know what the fuck is going on.
It's crazy. Like even still, sometimes I have these hurdles because when Nelk came to town in 2021, they got every bar to carry it because it's like, oh, we might come into your bar. So every bar brought it in. And then they did come in some of the bars. They didn't go into some of the others. And then the product didn't move. Well, that's because Nelk's entire following in 2021, 17, 18 years old.
Exactly.
Now they're 21, 22, 23. And it's like, listen, I know it might not have worked for you 4 years ago. I promise you it's going to work now.
Yeah.
Like, especially like with my Jort Bois following. It's like, hey, if you bring in my brand, I'll throw you a party and I'll bring all the people in as well and they'll buy it out. And they're like, well, if you can supply the alcohol and the customers and the money, like, why wouldn't we give it a try?
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, it's been pretty cool.
God, that's sick, bro. And you mentioned Jort Bois. Like, I definitely want to dive into this.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
This was I didn't even really know you during this time. So, like, I'm so foreign on the Jort Bois
Dude,
thing.
yeah, Jort Bois was a fun time.
How did that all get started?
Dude,
and why the fuck did you name it the Jort Bois?
Yeah, what is Jort Bois?
Yeah, so we were, it was me and 3 of my best friends, all worked at Surfer back in the day, and our entire security team used to wear jorts to work on Saturdays. Awesome. We would call it a Jort Boy Saturday. And we started an Instagram account called Surfer Security. Surfer found out about it, told us to shut it down, whatever. Some of our guys that work security with us, they left. Me and my 3 friends stayed with me. We were all working at Surfer. We decided to bring the account back, but under a different name.
Yeah.
And because Jort Bois Saturday was our thing at the time, we went with the Jort Bois. And we started the account because so many customers would come in. Like, a bouncer is the first person you see when you walk into a bar and the last person you see when you're leaving. So, you know, in order to keep the peace, right, we tried our best to be customer service, you know, really, you know, hey, welcome in, this and that. Obviously, you know, fight breaks out or something like that, and it happens. Yeah. But so many people like grew to actually like us as the first person they see when they walk in the bar. They would just come and hang out with us. Oh, can I get you a drink? No, unfortunately, I'm working. Oh, well, when are you off? 2:30 in the morning. Like, you're going to be in bed or in an after party by then. But
yeah.
Okay, well, what day are you off? And that question came up so many times that we decided to post on Instagram, hey, the bouncers are off this Thursday, this Tuesday. Yeah. We're all going out drinking. Whoever wants to come hang out with us, this is where we'll be. And dude, like the first time we ever posted that, like 70 people showed up.
No way.
Swear to God. Dude. We had like 150 followers and
That's
like
crazy.
70 people showed up. It was nuts. And then that just kind of grew into like a weekly thing. And the rec actually called us one day and said, it was Cinco de Mayo. This was 21, 22. It was Cinco de Mayo. And they said, hey, like, what would you guys think about throwing a party? It's like, I mean, we've never done it before, but he's like, well, I mean, you go out with 50 to 70 people anyways. Like, just tell them you're coming to the rec. Like, throw the party.
Yeah.
Well, what's the worst that happens? I was like, okay, deal. So we threw the party at the rec. It was a silent disco. We had Kevin and Jay play,
Oh, yeah.
and then our boy Squish playing on the other side. And, like, Squish was the DJ at Surfer back when we all started bouncing there.
Yeah.
So we kind of themed it as like a old school versus new school. Kevin and Jay are new on the scene. Squish is like the godfather of Jack's Beach DJing, you know, and
You get the best of both worlds.
exactly. And they're 2 different genres as well, right? You got the EDM house side guys who, I mean, they're incredible DJs in every genre, but then Squish is known for his like hip hop side of DJing. Like,
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he could throw it all the way back to the 80s or like top 40s. He's awesome, dude.
Word.
And he's so good at getting the crowd engaged and hyped up. I have videos of Squish of him like crowd surfing at Surfer like, on a Saturday, dude. As a DJ, it was incredible. But, you know, it was best of both worlds, old school, new school, Cinco de Mayo, silent disco. We sold out of 500 headphones in 10 minutes.
No way.
Damn.
That's when I looked at the guys and said, we fucking got something here.
Oh, yeah.
So we put pen to paper, got the LLC, and just started party promoting. My life got so busy, I actually became friends with Cassidy during that time frame.
Yeah.
And said, dude, I'm going to be honest with you, I have no fucking money, but I need a secretary. I need an assistant. She's like, I'm bored. I'm like, cool. Like, so we threw a party at Casa Marina once, and I was working, and I called her and said, you know, I need you to go check into the hotel, you know, get our tab situated, get our paycheck figured out, this and that. She's like, I'm on it. You know, she was down the street. So she did. That way, when I left work, I could drive straight to Casa, know I had a change of clothes there for me, ready to rock. And then, like, her job that night for me was like, dude, I'm going to be stressing the entire time. If you see my beer half empty, like, just grab me another one. And she's like, I'm on it.
Yeah.
And that's it. I never had an empty beer. She crushed it for me. And like, sometimes it's just something so small like that makes my life so much more peaceful.
Oh yeah.
It's like, I'm trying to make sure that, these 1,500 people in here don't die or the hotel's not burned to the ground. And it was a super successful event, and the Jort Bois was just a fun time. It was a good 3 years,
bro.
Yeah.
And then I feel like we saw something, like, wasn't there a year where a guy streaked the Jags game?
My boy Rocket.
And-
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I thought I saw that, and he was wearing jorts, wasn't he?
He was.
Like,
He was. That was one of our 4. Yeah, man. Yeah.
that is so funny,
Dude,
bro.
he called me. This was like planned out. He called me like a week before, like, let's go to the Jags game on Sunday. I'm like, you didn't even watch football. Why? He goes, I'm going to streak the field. I was like, okay, I'm not going. Like, yeah, what do you mean like you're not going? I was like, I don't want to be anywhere near you when that happens. He's like, oh, my buddy said like he's going to pay for my bail. Like, it'll be worth it. I'm like, doesn't sound worth it to me. It sounds like a terrible deal. But, oh, what's one night in jail? I'm like, one night in jail. Like, I'd rather sleep in my own bed. I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah,
But whatever. I mean, he suited up. He did it. He went out there, streaked the field, went to jail for a day, got the bail paid. And I mean, dude, Barstool picked us up. Old Row picked us up. Bleacher Report picked us up. ESPN picked us up. White People Humor picked us up. That was a big one for us.
Dude.
We got White People Humor to tag us in the video, and we gained like 1,000 followers that day.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was a big pickup for us.
How big did the Jort Bois brand get?
About 3,000 followers.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what happened? Because I mean, you guys had the motion, bro. Like, there's
Yeah.
no secret. But like, you guys, like, you go back and look through that account and like everything you guys were doing. I mean, y'all were doing fucking parties with UFC fighters.
We felt like for a while, whatever we touched turned to gold as far as Jack's Beach goes.
Yeah.
We tried a couple other things like on the other side of the bridge downtown. It's just that's not where our following was. So I always made sure that. Yeah, I didn't care about how many people we were following. It was how many people were following us, right? So I didn't care about ratio or anything like that. So I used to go to these bars' Instagram accounts and find whoever liked their post, and I would just follow all of them and expect 2 or 3 people to follow me back.
Yeah.
And that's how we grew our brand. But by that, I knew that it was someone who followed and was active with a local bar in our area. So if they followed us, they knew what bar we were going to be at. It's not like it's a place they'd never been to before.
Exactly.
So we grew to about 3,000 followers, and man, it was just fun for a long time. And there was word on the street that I was going to get this promotion through work, and 2 of our 4 guys, like, they were growing up doing their own thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, all 4 of us were. Like, we were just growing up, and that's really what it came down to, right? Like, without getting into the specifics of it, is we grew up. It was fun. The partying was good, but it just became a level of stress.
You can only do that so long, bro.
Yeah, it became a level of stress in our lives where it's like, dude, we're all starting to hate each other a little bit. We're best friends. Let's ride it out on a good note. So we had a party, that on New Year's Eve, and I had been thinking about it for a while. And I said, this is perfect. It's our last Jags game of the year, which, we had that little, if you want to call it residency, I can't think of a more normal term for it, where we were doing parties for the Jags games every week.
At Surfer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It was the last Jags game of the year. It was the end of the actual calendar year. Mm-hmm. And a lot of us were ready to move on. I was like, dude, this is perfect. End it. Close the book. We're done. This is where we all started at Surfer.
Yeah.
It's the end of the year. Let's pack it up, and we'll get everyone out there for one last big party.
Yeah.
And it was fun.
Do you have a goodbye speech at the end?
I posted a goodbye speech on Instagram. Like, I wrote a letter and, said, I love you guys. This is not ever what I thought it was going to become. And that's a good thing.
Well, how long did it go on for? What was it, like 3 years or something?
3 years, 3.5 years.
Yeah. I mean, but dude, it was like, you got to just give yourself credit for just growing that brand to what it is. I mean, what a stupid fucking name.
Dude.
Like, Jort Bois.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest.
I love it.
I mean, oh no, it's sick. Yeah. Like, bro, like, it's cool whenever you just take something that just kind of naturally comes to y'all and blow it up.
Bro, we're 4 douchebag retarded bouncers.
Did it ever turn into
y'all
Dukes?
milked it the way you're supposed to milk it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, once it got the motion, y'all did not stop.
We used to have people in Jack's Beach who we've known for 5 years. Like, you're a friend of mine. Like, we follow each other on our personal Instagram accounts. They'd ask us to sign their jorts. I'd have people come up to me, like, in the bar wearing jeans with scissors and, like, cut my jeans to jorts.
No way.
Like, this is nuts.
My God.
It was crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, see, that's the vibe. Like, that's
It
good
is.
branding,
Yeah,
bro.
dude,
Y'all
fuck it.
doing
Let's
something
go.
right.
Yeah.
That's sick. What was your question, Joe?
Did it ever turn into Daisy Dukes? Were there ever Daisy Duke people?
Me never, but yeah, absolutely.
I feel like I would do it.
Dude, I got a buddy Noah who worked security with us, and when he like found out about the Jort Bois, he showed up to work like in straight up Daisy Dukes, and like the manager was like, "You can't wear those. Like your balls are about to be hanging out." And he's like, "They're my jorts," and she's like, "I don't care. Like, go change." And he's like, "I didn't bring shorts to work. This is what I'm wearing tonight."
It's so funny.
It was awesome.
My buddy Josh and I, we went to a. It was like one of those parties where it was like a trailer trash. You know exactly what I'm talking about. It was like you're supposed to dress up as like trailer trash or whatever. It's like one of those like mystery party things or whatever.
Yeah.
We're kind of like cutting our shorts. Like I didn't really know the distance I was going to go, but I don't got good thighs like that. So I was like, I'm going to keep on a respectable distance above the knee, but barely.
Yeah.
And sure enough, like I could just see Josh like cutting his, like you can start to see the pocket, like as he's cutting them.
Yep.
I'm like, this is not gonna be good, bro. So like, there's so many pictures of this night, and he's got my boy's got a little dumpster on him for sure. You know? He's got for a boy, he's got a little dumpster on him. Boy. And especially like we were probably like 17, 18 at that time, and dude, he rocked that whole party like ass cheeks out, bro.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Just owned it, bro. Just owned it. Like he's like, I'm not buying a new pair of fucking shorts,
dude.
And that's the first and last time I've ever worn shorts.
No,
I actually wore them. I wore them for Hollister.
Normal guy shows
no
up.
Shit.
We had to follow their style guide, and for one season, it was jorts. I owned
Dude,
it.
jorts are back. It was crazy. Like a year into us starting the Jort Bois, GQ posted an article about how jorts are back, and it was like an ongoing joke in our small circle for a while that like we brought jorts back. It was like, dude, GQ picked us up. So it was funny. Yeah, like GQ says jorts are back. We're trendsetters.
Well, it's funny. Like, you'll see it a lot on the 4th of July.
Oh, yeah.
You'll see it, like, on any kind of, like...
NASCAR.
American
NASCAR.
patriotic event. Whether it's a holiday or a sporting event, jorts are the move, dude.
How many pairs of jorts do you think you got?
Not that many, actually. Like 3 or 4.
Okay.
Yeah, depending on the situation. I had black jorts for
Well,
work.
you don't have to wash them because, you know, the airflow.
It
doesn't matter.
Exactly.
I have black ones for work, like when I was bouncing.
Okay.
And honestly, they're great material like to work in. Like jeans sometimes get too hot. If if I'm a bouncer and I got to like wrestle someone on the ground, I don't want to be in fucking jeans.
Right.
But jorts, dude, like I don't care if they get dirty. Like they're easy to wash if I have to. Or I mean, you can wear them 3-4 times before you have to throw them in the
Especially if
washer.
they're black, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
So
whatever.
I had my black ones for work. I had my dark ones that I wore to business meetings, and then I had yeah. And then I mean, you have to, bro. Like, if I'm a Jort Boy showing up to a meeting to plan an event, I'm in a suit.
You have to wear
jorts.
jorts.
You have to wear the jorts.
Yeah.
I'm president of the Jort Boys.
Funny.
And then I had like light ones for depending on like what party we were throwing.
These are my business jorts.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to be
They were
honest.
Calvin Klein's.
The lemon lime one.
Slaps.
On a
This shit
pineapple.
It tastes like a Sprite. It tastes just like Sprite.
It's incredible.
This is insane because I usually don't like lemon lime. Like if it's a Gatorade or something, I'm never.
I'm not a
getting
lemon lime Gatorade fan either.
I'm never.
Let me try
getting
yours.
lemon
Let me
lime.
try yours.
It's that shit is gas, son. Where are we at with that? Where are we at with that? You like that, don't you?
Yeah.
It goes down like water.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Shout out Happy Dad. They
Thank
did
you.
something with this one, brother.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
No, but dude, just to close off the Jort Bois thing,
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you were able to grow that brand to what it was, and I didn't even know you during that time. You know what I mean? I barely even knew about the Jort Bois. I'm sure I've heard of y'all sometimes.
Yeah.
And I mean, our friend group was going out every fucking weekend. Like, you know what I mean? If we, the fact that we had never seen y'all or heard about you guys was insane because now you look back at like a lot of the shit you guys were doing, the parties y'all were throwing.
You've probably
and,
even
like,
just been at our events and not even know.
Yeah,
oh my
right,
God,
yeah.
you probably looked at my ID 15 times.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Sure I
But
have,
yeah.
yeah. I always tell people, like, if someone comes up to me and they're like, you look familiar. I'm like, have you ever been to a beach bar? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, I probably kicked you out. I've definitely checked your ID. I've probably kicked you out.
What do you do about fake IDs?
Keep them.
Yeah.
I got about 2,000 at the house.
No way.
Yeah. If any cops are listening, that's redacted. But
Is it like, are you
Hold on.
excited when you find one?
Can I
Like,
show you
is
my
it-
fake ID?
yeah, bring it on.
Okay, let's see.
Are you excited when you find one?
Yeah.
Are you like, ooh, I got one?
It's a little bit of an adrenaline
Yeah,
rush.
yeah,
It still
yeah.
is to date, dude. I've
Do you
been
like
doing this
telling
5
them like,
years.
fuck you can't come in?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
That's good.
So I got this fake ID. Me and my best friend.
Do you want to see my fake ID?
I actually have
He is
so
over 21. For any one of my
incriminating.
bosses that's watching, he is over 21.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely over 21.
It's an old fake ID.
Yeah, it's the first fake ID I got. But that my best friend, his older brother went to Bama, and one of the dudes in his fraternity made him. And so I just got one just for the shits and gigs. Like I was 18, so like yeah, it was beneficial, but like.
Yeah.
Whatever, bro. And they told me to pick an address. That house, like the address that I used in whatever it is, like Lincoln,
Georgetown, Texas.
Georgetown, Texas, bro. That house is fucking sexy.
Dude,
That
so-
house is a mansion.
Would that pass?
No.
No.
I can tell you
You would
everything
take
that's
it
wrong with
immediately.
What about it though? What about it? Like when
Pull
you
out your real ID. I know it's Florida, but pull out your real ID. I'll tell you a couple things right off rip.
That bitch looks flimsy.
don't
from
be
here.
don't be showing that.
So,
Don't be showing that
no.
to
You,
camera.
you can hold them both. I'll walk you through it.
Okay.
So right off the top, run your finger across
You don't
the
even
top
need to
of your real
hold it.
ID.
Oh yeah,
It's smooth.
yeah.
Your fake ID's jagged.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's like some plastic, like
Yeah.
just
Wow,
a
that's
piece
crazy.
of plastic.
On top of that, your picture's off. And then
I'm so high in this picture.
step number 3 is if you look on your Texas ID in the bottom right corner, you'll see an outline of the state of Texas.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, so in a real Texas ID, you can't see that at eye level. You can see it if you shine a flashlight through the back, but you can't see it to the naked eye on a real ID. But on
Okay.
a fake ID, they just use a machine to poke the holes through it. And
Is
you're
that
able
something?
to catch it.
Is that something that's like unique to Texas?
Yeah, a lot of states have that security feature, and it's all different outline. Texas is obviously the state of Texas. So there's a couple states, like Texas actually being one of them, where they are
Flimsy.
lower quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tennessee was for a while. They actually just switched it up. Missouri,
Did you do like a
Illinois,
whole training for this?
hands-on, dude.
Really?
They throw you in the deep end.
Damn.
Yep. They say if you have a question, figure it out. My first fake ID I ever caught, the ink was so bad on the Georgia ID that the birthday had actually fallen off.
Oh gosh.
And I went to my boss and I'm like, I think this is a fake ID. There's no birthday on it. And he's like, yeah, that would be a great indication that it's not a real ID.
Have you ever
Yeah.
been wrong?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna ask that. Like, have you ever taken someone's ID and it's their real ID?
Twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does that go? Like what happens?
Depends on like how you handle it. That's why it's always like you start off with the customer service, right?
Yeah.
Where it's if I always offer like, listen, if I'm wrong, you're more than welcome to grab a cop, and if they prove that this is you or this is a real ID, I'll buy your first round for the inconvenience.
True.
Right. And one time, the first time it happened, the girl did that, exactly that. Cop proved it was real. Man, I'm so sorry, ma'am. You know, come on in. What are you drinking? I'll get it for you. Second time, the girl was like, I don't want to come in here anymore. I'm like, okay, I get paid whether you're in here or not.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
have a nice life.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, there's only so much you can do. Like, you're trying your best to do your job.
Yeah,
and,
you have
like,
a job to do.
So when I train now, I tell them, like, if push comes to shove, worst case scenario, it's a real ID, right? Like, you did your job as a bouncer. You check the ID. It says they're over 21. If you're questioning yourself on it, take the L. You know,
For sure,
because,
yeah.
you know, the second you start criticizing someone, now listen, if I, like, your ID, for instance, if you presented that to me and I know without a
would
shadow of
laugh
doubt, that's fake, fuck yeah, dude, grab a cop. I dare you, dude.
But dude, like it's crazy. You say that, but that ID worked for me, bro. Back in the
college
day,
towns,
like,
all work, dude.
oh my
The
god,
amount of times
dude.
we've taken
I mean,
IDs where it's like, oh, that works in Tallahassee.
They just
every
want
time.
money.
I'm like, Tallahassee doesn't care, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it's they're all of Tallahassee's ran by 18-year-olds. Of course, like if they took every fake ID, every bar out there would shut
They'd be
down.
broke.
So
Yeah.
it's not. So for you, honestly, like it doesn't hurt you to let the fake ID in. Like if
I've
that
legally done my job if I check a fake ID and it gets past me.
cool, okay,
Yeah. I'm not at fault and the bar's not at fault. What would happen is if, let's say ATF came into the bar and they have in the past randomly selected a person and say, we need to check your ID. If they checked it and they were able to prove that it was fake, that person would go to jail. The
That's
bar
it.
wouldn't be at fault. I wouldn't be at fault. The person would be at fault.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that kind of makes it nicer, like for the bouncer. Like you just have to, as long as you see that date.
Yep.
Because I mean, dude, back in the day, I mean, I still have both fake IDs. It came with 2. I still have both.
Yeah.
You know, I thought for sure I was like, I'm gonna lose the first one like this weekend for
Yeah,
sure. You know,
exactly.
But I mean, I was surprised, and it scans too. I think that's another thing is like most people don't really
That's
scan
always,
them
that's
anymore.
always the argument. It's like, it scans. I'm like, I don't get, they all scan, bro. Like, I can scan the barcode on the back of my hoodie and it'll tell me it's an ID, bro.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So was there ever like a crazy experience where you told someone like, hey, it's a fake ID, and they were like,
Belligerent,
okay, we're going to
like,
war about
yeah.
this.
All
you
the
know?
time. All the time. Yeah. it's
Really?
Like, yeah, they'll actually like go and grab a cop from time to time. I've had a girl sent to jail over a fake ID before. It's like, it didn't need to be this way.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's real. That's real. I'm like, okay, go grab a cop. Okay, I will. And then they're actually stupid enough to show backup with a cop. and it's funny because like,
And they're the underage person.
yeah, right, yeah, and like cops know the law, but they're not as ID trained as a bouncer who's touching 500, 600 of them a night. You know what I mean? So like, I've had the conversation with the cop, like, oh, what's fake about it? And I'll tell them this is fake. This is fake. Look, here's our state guidebook telling you like why this exact ID is fake. Here's every red flag. And he's like, okay. And then he'll go back to the person who's like, you can fuck off, or like we can have a longer conversation.
Yeah.
And I actually had a girl once like want to go the distance with a cop. And he's like, all right, turn around, put your hands behind your back.
How stupid could you be?
Retarded. And I took that same girl's fake ID like 6 months later at Pete's. I was like, you really want to do this again? Welcome back.
Did you go to jail again or no?
She ate it that time.
Which bar is your favorite one to bounce at, like in Jack's Beach? Like a lot of our audience, we only have like 5% of our listeners in Jacksonville, but I'm curious.
It depends on like what you're looking for in my response, right? Like I love working at the Rec. It's a slower bar, so I check 10, 15 IDs. Most of the crowd there's over 40. So
I've heard the rumors, bro. You said if they'd ever sell it, you'd buy it.
I would love to. I've gotten drunk.
Why do you love that bar so much?
Dude, it's the only bar in Jack's Beach with an ocean view.
True, but it's a very, like, in my opinion, like, so I'm all about the experience, bro. If I am drinking...
How old are you?
26. So I'm not drinking every single night.
Yeah.
But when I do go out and drink, the atmosphere is everything. I want to see my people there, obviously.
If you say surfer, are you going to say surfer?
Surfer's my number one.
Really?
Like, because
listen, Surfer's my number 2.
Because here's the thing: the reason I love Surfer is if I go in there, I know for a fact I'll know at least 5 or 6 people in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm not like in any kind of state of mind where I'm like afraid to see somebody or someone see me like this. Like I'm just having a good time. So like I want to see my fucking boys. You know.
You know 5 or 6 people in Surfer because your boys all hang out at Surfer. I know
100%.
I know all 5 or 6 customers in the Rec because I go to the Rec all the time.
All 5 or 6.
Okay.
Yeah. Like the bars change. You know,
I like going to the Rec because I'll see you there.
Right.
That's pretty much it. You know what I mean?
Well,
but like,
if you knew me and my 3 coworkers, and you would know 4 people there.
no facts. Facts.
And I'll just bet. I mean,
I know half the crowd.
Yeah, I know 5 or 6 people in every bar I walk into. That's just because I love to drink. I got paid to do it for so long. But you know, so as far as bouncing goes, like I loved my time at Surfer. That was great. I was 23 years old, working with guys who are brothers to me now. Like fights breaking out every weekend, beating the shit out of people.
Do you like the fights? Like,
no, I worked my way into a role. It was kind of like a mob boss role.
Yeah.
Like if someone talked shit to me, it was like
you send somebody.
Yeah. And I was like, oh,
That's kind of cool.
I was like, oh, you want to shit?
Have you ever had to like use it? Like you've like
all the time?
You shake your head and people come and
When I became the manager, the first guy I hired, his name was Miles. Love Miles to pieces. 6'9", 330 pounds. I would grab him and say, hey, we're going to kick this guy out. And I'd go up to someone and say, listen, man, it's time to go. I'm the manager here. You're not going to have to speak to another manager. If you have a problem with that, you can take it up with him. And they'd look, all right, we'll leave. Cool. And that's literally all I needed Miles for.
Oh my God, that's sick.
But I mean, like my 3 Jort Boys, Mark, Mikey, and Rocket, if a fight broke out, it was go get them, boys. And they were like fucking pit bulls, dude. They were on it.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've taken a punch. I've thrown a punch. I've had to choke people out.
You ever knock somebody out?
I'm more of a grappling guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a boxer.
Yeah.
So, you know, take it to the ground. Take him to the ground. I can move 260 around pretty well. So, you know, if we go to the ground, even if you're my size, there's a good chance I'm winning. On top of that, it's 14 of me versus 1 of you.
No, for sure.
So, you know, no bouncer ever goes into a fight alone.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to lie, bro. Like, Saturday night's a Surfer. Say what you want, bro, but that shit gets fucking dicey.
Surfer was a great era of my life, dude. It got me into it. Like, thank you, Ethan, for hiring me. God rest his soul. But, you know, Surfer was fun. Tavern.
Did Ethan pass away?
He did, yeah. He was my roommate. He passed
No
away.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't even know Ethan. That's fucking crazy, bro.
Ethan was the homie. He's the one who got me started in all of it.
Was that the one that wasn't the one that streaked the...
No, his name is also Ethan.
That's I was like, damn, son. I was like, I didn't even know about this.
No, different Ethan. Years ago he passed away. So Ethan got me involved in Surfer. Great era of my life. Got to meet some awesome people, cool fights, meet the celebrities. Surfer's the spot. You Google best, like the day I signed on my first apartment in Jacksonville, my roommate and I Googled best bars in Jacksonville, and Surfer was the first one to pop up. And we drove to Surfer and cheersed on moving to Jacksonville.
Nice.
Dude, I remember whenever, because I'm born and raised Jack's Beach kid.
Yeah.
Like, Surfer was always the spot, bro. It was like, it was always a good time.
Dude.
It is.
It's funny, like, out there, bars passed the torch, right? Surfer held the torch for a long time. Lynch has held it. Ritz held it. Tavern held onto it probably longer than I've ever seen a bar hold on to that torch.
Especially for how that bar is.
Yeah. Surfer kind of, I wouldn't say they hold the torch right now, but they always got a fat line.
Dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's always going to be popping.
Who holds it now?
Ritz is kind of back, dude.
Dude, don't say that.
I'm
sorry. So okay,
Ritz is back.
Here's why I'm gonna go against you on this.
Yeah.
I am all about like the atmosphere. So like once I get past like my third or fourth beer,
yeah,
like I'm all about the DJ and I'm about the music.
I'm gonna agree with you before you finish the sentence. I'm not going to Ritz.
Dude,
Ritz is back. I'm not going to Ritz.
I can't listen to Bruno Mars at 1 o'clock in the morning.
My best friend of 28 years is one of the bar managers at Ritz, and I will not go see it.
I am not a fan of Ritz, and it's not because of anything but the music.
Yeah.
I can't do the karaoke thing. It's fun for the first like 10 songs.
Sure.
I'm
if
good.
If you're the drunk guy singing karaoke,
if you're the drunk guy
great.
singing, it's amazing.
If I'm the guy singing at the bar trying to mind my own business, no.
But then, dude, like, I mean, there's been nights. I remember vividly, all of our friends were at Ritz, and we were at Surfer previously. We go to Ritz, and we went from like Kevin and Jay Saturday night prime time, like 1 o'clock in the morning, fucking raging, bro, to Bruno Mars at Ritz. And I remember when we first walked in, we were like, what the fuck is this music?
It's such a mood killer.
And then they played the same song over again, and I'm like, fuck it. Because eventually, bro, like the conversations are great. I love talking to people. I'm a very everyone in the world knows I'm a yapper. But
this boy can talk. Okay.
But if once I get past
business.
like that fifth or sixth beer, bro, like
I'm there for the music.
But like I'm there for the music.
The way
now.
I see the metaphorical torch being passed around, right, is like how I judge a weekday crowd, right? Every bar is going to be busy on a Saturday. Every bar is going to be busy on a Friday.
Right.
Sure.
Ritz's Thursdays are busier than every other bar right now.
Really?
Yeah, and it is because of that karaoke, dude. But I mean, look at Mango's. Like Mango's on a Wednesday, packed out because of karaoke. Mango's on a Sunday night at 1:30 in the morning. Like y'all got work in 6.5 hours.
Let's go top 3 and then bottom 3 bars.
I'm not going to shit talk any bars. I won't throw a bottom 3 in there. But but my top 3, I'll give you a top 3 of what I think the city sees as top 3 and what I see as my top 3. Right?
There we go. That's
so
good.
yeah. So the vibe, like where the torches are right now, right? We'll go, Surfer, Lynch's, Ritz are probably the top 3 bars bringing in the most money.
Lynch's
right now.
is fun. I like Lynch's.
See, I'm not much of a live music.
I do like.
You're built like a Lynch's guy.
I'm not a live music guy, so I don't go to Lynch's often. But it's a vibe. A lot of people are live music guys, so that it packs out pretty well. And I love the staff there. Like they know I don't go in there often, but I mean, especially the security guys. Like I've hired a couple of them there. I've taken some of their guys. If they're for whatever reason they can't work at Lynch's anymore. Love the Lynch's staff. Just not a live music guy, so I don't go there often.
Sure. Okay.
Surfer, Ritz, and Lynch's are probably the top 3 bars bringing in the most money right now. If I had to guess, my 3 favorite bars, I'm putting Rec at 1. Rec's my favorite. I'm a different guy. You guys are going to Jack's Beach to club. I'm going to Jack's
you're
Beach
good.
to see my friends.
No, for sure.
I'm going to Rec to drink. I guarantee you I'm getting more drinks per hour at the Rec than you are at Surfer. I don't care who you know at Surfer.
Oh, no,
I know them all too.
No, that's fact. That's fact. That's because you're going there to strictly get the job done.
That's it. I'm on a business move
It's
when I'm
social
there.
hour. If I'm a Surfer, it's social hour 100%.
You might as well go to Taco Lu.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm putting Rec at 1. I'm putting Surfer at 2. God, those are the only 2 places I go these days.
Your couch.
Just throw like an honorable mention in there. Pete's?
No, Mango's. Mango's would be my honorable mention.
I haven't been to Mango's much.
Go right to the back room. Like the back of Mango's, funny enough, has just kind of deemed itself as like the industry corner.
100%.
You walk in, every bartender that's off or bar back that's off or bouncer that's off is hanging out at the back corner.
We left Sunset Sessions at Casa to go sit backroom Mango's because it's just a chill vibe. Like the music isn't too loud.
That's who I am though. Like I'm a chill guy, which is why I like the Rec so much. I've done the party promos and the events and the 1,000 crowd people for so long that like I'm over it, dude. When I go to Jack's Beach, like so many people, whether they're in college or they're on vacation, they go to Jack's Beach because it is like bachelor party setup. Go ham.
Now it is.
Jack's Beach to me is like if you were just to go to Chili's. Like I'm like you said, I'm going there for a beer. Yes. And I just happen to live close enough to the bar district where those are my home bars. Yeah. So I want to go, sit there, hang out with my boys, relax. Why not do it in front of the ocean at the Rec? Plus, I work there, so 25% off.
Right.
So
they carry Happy Dad. I get 25% off on my own brand.
I think we're probably going to have the same list here. Top 3 and then bottom 3.
I don't really have. I mean, I don't go out to the bars like that.
You don't. So yours is going to be a part of mine.
It's going to be Surfer.
So number 1 is Surfer.
Yeah.
Just because like when we're going out, we're looking for that experience.
I want the EDM. I want to do the head banging.
Yeah, not my scene at all. So
Really?
Listen, love Kevin and Jay to pieces. They give me shit. I'll be in the booth with them. They give me shit for not headbanging, or I'll do it from time to time just to get them all riled up.
Yeah.
Oh, he's doing. They'll shout me out on the microphone like,
just because
Collin's headbanging. This must be a good song. Like,
Yeah. Me and Joey, when we go out, especially the nights when we would go out, just me and you, it's like we're looking to go rage.
Yeah,
I've talked to this motherfucker, 12 hours today. I don't need to talk to this boy anymore. You know what I'm saying?
We're done
going
talking.
We're going out there to fucking rage.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to go Surfer Saturday night 1.
with you. I get it.
If it's, let's just play like it's Saturday night.
Sure.
Yeah, we're going to
Saturday night, you got to hit 3 bars. You're going to Surfer first.
We're going to Surfer.
You leave Surfer, where are you going next?
I want to finish that Surfer.
Now I was going to say, like,
finishing
we're going to
Surfer.
Surfer last.
Okay. All right. Save the best for last.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're probably going to start Tavern.
Yeah.
Tavern's cool, man. It's cool.
The only reason is
Tavern's
because
grown on
I
me.
know I'm going to walk into Tavern and the homies are going to be there.
Bro, listen, by far, it's crazy. Tavern's the biggest bar, which is why they get the most crowd. Capacity-wise, they're the biggest bar.
No, not bigger than Surfer.
Yeah.
For real?
Surfer just feels
Tavern's
big.
good. So Surfer probably can fit more people, but not legally. And that's the issue. That's why you see a line build up at Surfer, right? They can hold 404 people, but that's because 404 people can fit per floor. That's the most you're allowed to have.
Yeah.
Even though Surfer can fit 1,000 people in there, whatever one floor can carry, that's what your capacity
I don't
is
know.
to be
That
capped
top
at.
floor seems a little sketchy sometimes.
Wait, really?
Yeah, so 404 people is the capacity at Surfer. So when those bouncers get to 404, they're
Oh, so y'all
stopping
are
the
counting
line.
each person?
Yeah.
No
You have a
way.
clicker?
We have in clickers and out clickers. Every person that leaves, and then it's up to the security manager. It's my boy Reno now. It's his job throughout the night to keep the head count. So he'll go to the back door, the front door, and the exit door and do the math real quick and figure out how many people are in the bar.
That's crazy.
No way.
Tavern's 475.
Oh my God, I thought y'all just sat there like half drunk and checked IDs.
Oh, no, there's so much to it, dude.
That's
They're
crazy. I didn't realize
we
that.
sit there half drunk and click people in.
They're still half
There's
drunk.
so much more people to it. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to go, I guess, we'll go.
All right, so you have Tavern and Surfer in the top
We'll
two
go
spots.
Rec, Tavern,
Yes,
Surfer.
my dog, Nando. You cracked the top 3.
No, here's the thing. Here's the only reason I say Rec is because
You're welcome, Fernando. I know where this is going. You're welcome.
it is because like you're there, bro.
We're
and
trying
it's
to
like
put it
the
on the
vibe.
map, dude.
When you said the only bar with a beach view, if Salt was still in this, Salt would take a Rec spot all day. I'm not even gonna lie. Salt would take Rec spot all day. I'm not
Because
even.
your birthday's on Juneteenth.
That's so funny. That's hilarious.
So we were actually gonna go.
I
to,
love Salt. Chill.
Okay, no,
chill.
I'm not gonna say it without saying. I'm gonna say it without saying.
Okay.
So we were gonna go to shout out Nod Ross. He was on this podcast. He's like episode what, Joey? 93.
Yeah.
And huge comedian, great guy, Lil Duval's camp.
Okay.
And he was having some event at the Rec, right? And so we already knew going. Oh no! At Salt, I was at Salt.
It was at Salt, yeah.
and we already knew going. Into
I
this,
love Salt.
What
Let me
you
just
were
throw this
walking
out
in.
We
here.
were the only whites at this event.
Yeah.
We knew for sure going into this.
Hey, that means you
And-
got the pass, though.
brother. And that Juneteenth
And I
birthday
was so
helps.
excited.
That Juneteenth
100%.
birthday helps. And he invited us to the event. And we get up there and we're like we're in line, like getting everything ready. Let's just say like the rest of our group didn't make it in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I'm with
they
you.
just
And
weren't.
it's just like me and Joey.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'll tell
it's
you what,
like,
though, I bet you guys had a blast.
oh my God.
Come on.
That's
Like,
our crowd. That's our crowd.
Literally.
I get it.
I
oh
grew
my
up,
gosh.
dude. I've always
I went to
been-
Arlington Middle School.
Yeah,
Come on.
I'm with
Like,
you.
fuck.
Bro went to Inglewood. He,
I went to
he has
Inglewood,
He has
like,
an Inglewood high school diploma.
I'm from Broward County, dog. 954. I get it.
Talk to him.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Me and Kodak, I used to serve Kodak his wings. I worked at Wings and Things.
we got 1900
yeah,
Rugrats.
that's it, dude. Yeah.
That's funny, bro.
Me and Kodak, bro. But can I actually put a pause in this conversation? These habit heads are running through me.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, of
Let's do it.
course.
Let's put a timeout real quick.
100% timeout. We'll be right back, boys. All right, boys, we are back. Joey, give us your status. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. Happy Dad's work.
Is it working?
Yeah,
definitely
but
work.
I'm a lightweight, so you know.
You're 2 in, right?
I'm 2 in.
Do you need another one?
Yeah, I'll take another
Okay,
one.
cool.
That one will probably
Keep it going.
get me buzzed.
This will get you there.
What is
I'll
this
say right
one?
now, I'm feeling that buzz. Is that
Wild
lemon?
cherry. Let me make sure it's not one I had already.
You had the wild cherry one. I just opened this watermelon. I don't know if
Okay.
you had that yet. We can switch.
Yeah, let's switch.
Yeah, here you go.
Thanks, dude.
I love the wild cherry one. Funny enough, when I first started, wild cherry was one of my least favorite flavors. It's grown on me so
Here,
much.
you take the wild cherry. I think I saw some left. Oh, no, barely.
Ooh, watermelon's good. I like watermelon.
Yeah.
All right,
What's
we're
your
entering-
favorite?
Lemon lime.
Lemon lime.
Yeah, lemon lime, fruit punch, wild cherry, top 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is crazy
Boys,
because
we only got one left. We're good. We're
all
good.
right, sweet.
We're Gucci and the Chattahoochee.
All right.
And this is my first wild cherry, so.
Wild cherry's good.
Hey, again, we're back. Cheers, boys.
Boys, cheers. And I will say this. So let's be honest. The grape, kind of gas.
You like
the
it?
Death Row one is gas.
So that's
bro.
our number one flavor. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but it sells.
I don't like grape things, and I didn't try that one.
It's not like a sweet grape. It's not like grape Gatorade or
Is it
or
anything
Jolly
like
Rancher.
medicine?
No.
Because that's why I don't like grape things.
I wouldn't
is 'cause
say it
it's-
is.
Ooh, the wild cherry goes down good too.
I do like it.
I like the
That's
wild
Kyle's favorite.
So let's rank. Let's go like top 4 or whatever it is. Happy Dad flavors.
Personal to me, lemon lime, fruit punch, wild cherry. Sales wise, numbers, what the country says, grape, fruit punch, and then our variety pack is our third SKU.
Okay, word.
Yeah, I can't narrow it down to a third.
I'm gonna go. I hate to even say this, bro. Lemon lime might be my favorite, just because that was
It's
a fucking
awesome.
Sprite.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
That was literally a Sprite, bro.
easy.
So I think I'm gonna go lemon lime, grape, wild cherry, and then pineapple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just personal favorite. Like I like the pineapple one. Just they're all so good.
Hey, I'm with you.
And I'm not sitting here trying to milk Happy Dad. Like I don't want the fans to sit here and think that I'm just saying this. You know what I mean? But like honestly, Happy Dad is a good
Well,
beer.
I'll give you an honest judgment because
ahead.
I've only tried 3. Yeah. Well, I've tried 4. So this one's watermelon, and honestly, watermelon might be my favorite.
Yeah?
I love watermelon. And then
You're built like a watermelon.
Well, you look like watermelon. And then so I did try the lemon lime. That'll be my number 2, and then I'll do wild cherry as 3.
Okay.
Pineapple.
Not
It
the
kind of
biggest
just didn't
pineapple fan.
have
I'm not
much
the biggest pineapple
to
fan
it.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wish more bars. Like I don't even try to sell variety pack into bars, but I wish I could because there's so many good flavors in that variety pack. But depending on where you are, people gravitate towards 2 or 3 specific flavors, and then a bar would be stuck with that 4th flavor, whichever one. Could be this flavor at this bar, that flavor at that bar, and that's why you're never going to see a variety pack anything carried in a bar. So.
No, facts. So let's go with like, what's your favorite mixed drink? Like, because for me, if I'm drinking a mixed drink, it's going to be tequila pineapple.
Yeah.
No, whiskey diet.
Oh, wow.
I'm a Crown and Coke. Yeah.
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 Okay, see, yeah, you're definitely Crown and Coke. But I mean,
I'm a dark liquor guy.
I like do the tequila sunrise. That shit just goes down easy, bro.
I
You know
will
what I mean?
say on a night out,
Cassidy's
tequila
rubbing off on
pineapples.
Tequila pineapple will do it,
tequila
bro. I mean,
pineapples.
that'll get it right. But then when it comes to Happy Dad, I'm not drinking the pineapple flavor.
No.
You know what I mean? It just doesn't hit the same. Have you ever had tequila Sprite pineapple?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Gas.
Yeah.
Gas, bro.
We drink tequila on our nights out.
Yeah, whenever we get, like,
get
I mean,
crazy.
we went through a little phase. Me and Joey went through a phase
I
where
don't
we,
touch tequila.
not at all.
None, dude. None.
So whiskey's a go-to.
Yeah.
But I mean, see, whiskey.
I support that.
I love whiskey, but
I mean,
we
I'm in the bar industry, so if you're ordering shots, I gotta go Rumplemints.
Mm.
I'm a bar industry guy,
Yeah.
but I do have a rule. I have a very strict rule: no more than 2 Rumplemints a day.
Yeah. Okay. There we go.
I can do 15 shots a night, but when it comes to Rumplemints, I'm capping it at 2. That third Rumplemints, you don't remember.
What's a
the rest of them.
Rumplemints again?
Dude, it's peppermint schnapps.
Dude, it is not.
It's Crest toothpaste in a
Oh,
bottle.
no.
Yeah.
For me, it's so hard to put down anyway. But if we're going shots, I'm gonna
Sounds
go
spicy.
green tea shot
get you.
or a limoncello, like a mixed shot. Like
Yeah, like a
obviously not
shooter.
just like
Yeah.
just like something that'll go down easy. I love a limoncello.
I loved a green tea for so long. Dude, a white tea.
or no
goes
lemon
down.
drop. It's called lemon
Lemon-
drop.
yeah,
my
yeah.
fault. You know what
It's
I'm
like,
talking
oh,
about.
limoncello.
I went through a green tea phase because I don't do like straight
Yeah.
liquor. I can't do it. I'm a pussy. I ain't gonna
So
lie. I can't do it.
working
My boy
out
don't drink like that.
Working in the bar industry and knowing every bartender for so long now, it has its pros and cons. They think they're hooking you up by pouring you a fat shot. It's like, oh, we got a heavy hand for our boy Collin. Dude, I don't want that. Treat me like a normal customer. Overcharge me for it because I can't put down a triple in a
Please,
single.
no.
Like, just give me the smallest shot you got. That's all I need. I'm going to be doing this for the next 6 hours.
So we
Like,
spoke on Dana White in the beginning. How do you feel about the
Howlerhead.
Howlerhead?
Love Howlerhead, man.
Okay.
And I'm not just saying that because he's my boy, dude. Banana whiskey. Now, I know a couple people that like work for his Howlerhead team and his distribution company, and they have a couple different recipes up their sleeve on like, what to mix it with. And sorry, yeah.
No, you're good. I'm
What,
just making sure.
What to mix it with, and you'd love it with this, dude. Howler and Diet, love it, dude. Works every time, and that's how Dana drinks it.
Have you ever had the? I think some people call it like a peanut butter PB&J shot or something like that or whatever, where it's like the peanut butter whiskey.
Yep, and then with a cranberry back.
Or some people will even throw like a blueberry Red Bull in there, bro, and that shit slaps.
Never
I'm not
done that
gonna lie.
before. Never done
Dude,
that before.
gas. My boy Mikey put me on that. Absolute fucking gas. And like,
Blueberry Red Bull.
so I will say, like, I don't mind the I mean, I love peanut butter too. So like, I won't mind like the peanut butter whiskey shot or whatever. But I mean, it's got to be, you got to have that chaser.
I had to take a while off from the peanut butter whiskey, like especially Screwball. I used to love it. It was, my go-to shot when I'd go out. If I'm buying around for the table, I'm getting PB&Js. I threw a Christmas party at a house once, and like it was during the COVID time. So someone finds out there's a house party going on, everybody's showing up. So we went on this run for a while where like 100, 120 people were showing up to our house. Also had a 2-acre backyard, so it was sweet.
Beautiful,
like,
yeah.
Damn,
yeah, it was awesome, dude.
It wasn't in Jack's Beach at that time.
No,
definitely not.
right off St. John's Bluff, Cortez.
Okay,
little
nice.
hidden gem back there, dude.
Nice.
2-acre backyard, and everybody would show up, and I threw a Christmas party and had a bottle of Screwball in the freezer. I was saving it for that night, and I just walked around the party the whole time, taking a sip out of the bottle. My ex-girlfriend showed up, and I went down the hatch with the whole bottle.
Oh,
yeah.
son of a bitch.
That'll do it to you.
Yeah. I ended up having to be carried to my room. I was cursing her out in the meantime.
I remember there was one night where me and Joey were dead single, and it was at this time I wasn't really going out that much. We were just so focused on the pod and whatever. And Joey convinced me. He's like, "Let's just do a run, bro." And like, Joey's one of those guys.
For me
where,
to say that,
for
is
him
like,
to say that, I'm like, I'm going.
The
I don't
light's
care.
been switched.
Bro, like
Yeah.
it's always been like not necessarily I'm convincing him, but like the boys want to go out, and Joey's like, I got nothing to do, let's run it.
Yeah.
But when Joey's like, hey, let's go out and run it, I was like,
you have to drop what you're doing. I get it.
fuck it. Like I don't even care how I feel right now. We're gonna make this happen.
I got into an argument with one of my boys once. It was like, it's my best friend for a while. I called in the Avengers, dude. I summoned everyone. I was like, boys' day tomorrow. I need my guys. And they're like, we know you always drink, but like, you're making this an event? I'm like, yeah, they're like, we'll be there. Yeah. And we rolled deep, like 13 guys. Just
doesn't it feel so good?
Oh, it's awesome.
It feels amazing. Like
Yeah.
when you've got the boys out there, and it was so funny. Like Joey, we actually hit up a bunch of people to go out, and it was just me and Joey.
Yeah.
I think, bro, call me crazy. I think we started at like fucking Hoptinger or something, like something random. And dude, it was a fucking movie. Like me and Joey, it was just me and him the whole night, bro.
Yeah.
And we got so fucking wasted at the first bar. And then we managed to carry our way to like 3 or 4 more spots.
Yep.
And just me and him.
We were just crushing
the whole night,
Yeah.
just crushing, bro. Like, dude, I mean, I think it was pretty much all tequila and maybe a few Sun Cruisers or something to start the night. But dude, it was fucking sick. Like, and then, you kind of do something like that, bro. It kind of like, sparks the
You're
excitement to
You're
get
up.
up. It's fun,
Vibing.
bro.
Yeah.
And so, no, dude, that was probably one of the like favorite memories we've had since we've gone to Nashville. That was like one of the best like home memories we've had.
Yeah.
Like Nashville,
Just a
bro.
random night out.
I know we have
fucking
other topics we're going
race.
to talk about, but you bring up Nashville, favorite city in the world.
Nashville's
Yeah,
crazy.
I love Nashville.
Love Nashville.
Broadway.
Dude.
And I'm a Titans hater. So
Yeah.
for me, like, bro, like even sitting there partying right next to Titans Stadium, I'm like,
I don't care.
I don't even
I've
care.
sat there.
I'm a
I've
country
flicked off the
music guy
stadium
through
so
and
much.
through.
Oh.
I'm a country music guy through and through. So Nashville, like when I die, spread my ashes in Nashville, dude. Like it's
There was one night in Nashville, me and Nick like sat staring at the stadium, just talking shit, just like dogging the
I
Titans.
especially get it because you're an AFC South guy, so
Yeah,
like you
for
have
sure.
to hate it. But I mean, hey, Derrick Henry's out of your division, so like,
Dude,
you're
and
welcome.
I'm a Bama fan too, so that hurts
I
so
know
much
Bama,
more.
and he's a Jacks guy. So
Yeah, for sure. yeah.
I actually, to circle all the way back to bouncing talk, I ID'd Derrick Henry a couple months ago.
no
no
way.
shit.
Yeah, off season. He walked up. It's obviously Derrick Henry.
Where?
Yeah, I mean,
I was
you
at the
look
rec.
at 'em.
I was at the rec. Yeah, and it's him from a mile away, like the largest human being I've
He's
ever seen in
big,
my
yeah.
life.
Oh, yeah. Are you
and,
kidding me?
He had a do-rag on, which was out of dress code. So I ID'd him. And I was like, hey, man, I got to see your ID. And he like just kind of looks at me and rolls his eyes. He's like, you serious? I'm like, yeah, I got to check everybody's ID. He pulled it out, and I was like, honestly, man, I had to make sure it was you. You're out of dress code. I'm not going to tell the king. He can't come into my bar. Like, I just had to make sure it was you before I denied you. All of his boys started laughing, and like he got a chuckle out of it. He's like, all right, man, I get it. Cool. Appreciate it. And then I texted the owner and was like, hey, Derrick Henry's in your bar with a do-rag. If you want to kick him out, that's on you. But I'm not denying the king. And he didn't. He let him hang out. It was like,
Of course,
it was
bro.
cool. Yeah,
I mean,
super
for the
cool.
rec, like that's some shit they put on their fucking wall.
Yeah,
like that's
yeah,
like
exactly, right.
the biggest motherfucker they've ever had.
Draw in Sharpie. Derrick Henry once visited the rack. Like, have him sign a urinal or something.
Put it on their Google review page or something like that, bro. Like
4 out of 5. Derrick
home
Henry's
of
been
Derrick
here
Henry.
before. Yeah.
That's so funny. So you mentioned the UFC thing earlier on in the episode. I
Yeah.
want to jump into that, bro, because
Cool.
you're big into UFC. I know you're a huge fan, but
Huge
also just the experience you've been able to have through Happy Dad are
Yeah.
fucking sick, bro.
Dude, it's awesome, man. Like UFC, it's one of the fastest growing sports in the world, and I'm so happy to say that like it's not because of me, but like I've been a part of it. Like I've watched it grow, man. It's awesome. Met some really cool guys.
Who's some of your favorite like fighters? Leave Happy Dad out of it.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
obviously, but like who are some of your personal favorite guys you like watching?
So I started watching UFC. I was in 7th grade, which would be
early days UFC.
Yeah, 2008, 2009-ish.
Word.
So they had been around for a while, but we're talking like UFC 97, UFC, 112, like that era.
Yeah.
So John Jones has been around for all of it. I mean, that's the GOAT, right? My personal favorite that I watched growing up was Anderson Silva.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Brock Lesnar had a short career in the UFC, but God, he was so fun to watch.
Oh yeah. Haymakers,
Dude,
bro.
GSP. Robbie Lawler used to shop when I worked at Publix. He would shop in my store. So I was lucky enough to grow up in Coconut Creek, Florida, which is right next to American Top Team, which is the largest MMA gym in the country.
Okay.
So a lot of these guys like grew up down the street from me. Colby Covington, he is Happy Dad sponsored, but someone I've watched long before I worked with Happy Dad.
Cool.
Jorge Masvidal, another one, from Miami, born and
Dude,
raised.
fucking haymaker.
Have met him, worked with his team. He runs his own promo now. I've worked with him and his team quite a few. We're a sponsor of their organization as well, Game Bread Bare Knuckle. So love Jorge as a person and in the ring as well. He was actually the first UFC fight I ever went to was Jorge Masvidal.
How'd you feel about Conor?
Loved Conor in his prime. I think the UFC went through a little dry spell there where they were slowing down on their viewership, and damn it, Conor brought them back.
Yeah,
and like, it's incredible what he did for the sport. So,
do you think that was short lived?
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. If you look at Conor's UFC career, it's not that many fights.
Right.
I mean, compared to the average UFC fighter, like I'm throwing a number out there, but 9 to 14 fights, which is longer than a lot of people who only get those one contracts, which is so
But
many.
his highlight reel,
insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
But the thing was, though, the best part about Conor was the way he would hype up a fight.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, his shit talking and his promotion is better than anyone who's.
I've watched more Conor McGregor press conferences than I've watched actual Conor McGregor fights.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I hate to say it, bro, but like he was the best when it comes to promoting a fight. Like he would make it personal.
He's still great.
That's the thing.
Our Nelk boys just did a video with him, and like he hasn't fought in the UFC in 4 or 5 years. Like, it's still gonna be one of the most watched videos on YouTube this week.
Do you think he'll ever make a comeback?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
he talks about it a lot. And back a year or two in his absence, Dana was asked that, and he put it best. You know how hard it is to get a billionaire to step in the fucking ring and get punched in the face?
Yeah.
He's a billionaire.
they don't need that shit.
They don't need it.
No.
Like, even if they're confident that they're going to win, or you could pair him up against me and give him another $200 million. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, a guy who's worth $1 billion.
Yeah,
So,
it's crazy.
There was a lot of talk when he was absent for 2 years, 2.5 years. He was supposed to fight Chandler last year. We're going on year 3 of him not fighting. We're going on year 4 now. Like, he has not stepped foot in the octagon in 4 years. He's talking about running for president of Ireland. The guy's got bigger fish to fry than stepping back in the octagon and getting punched in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
And
And the thing is you don't want to tarnish that like reputation that you have. Like he did get his ass kicked.
If you go
by a
get
couple
knocked
guys.
out, then
he did,
you're
he broke his ankle, in his last fight, and that was so sad because he won that first round. He broke his ankle, and that's a tough way to go out, which is why I think I'll say I don't think he's ever going to come back, but if he did, it's got to suck to go out that way.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing that you are at least confident that you had the fight, and it's not even your fault that you go down.
Yeah.
That's tough, but.
But the thing is, bro, is like a guy like that, I can only imagine once you get to like even $1 million like net worth, bro.
Yeah.
Like if you think that I'm gonna ever start training again, like I might still work out and like keep my physique in check.
Yeah.
But bro, if you think that I'm gonna actually go out there and like train UFC for 6 hours a day, like some of these other guys
It's
are,
not just stepping in the octagon for 15 to 25 minutes and making that money.
It's a lifestyle.
It's months of training.
Yeah.
The weight loss, the day before, just so you can weigh in at the right weight.
Some
You're
people love that
dehydrating yourself
shit,
30 pounds in one day. It's crazy, dude.
Some people love that process and they get addicted to it.
I mean, it has to do with the money too.
Yeah.
It's hard.
the potential, like you're gonna make like $3-4 million on this fight, like that's gonna change everything.
Yeah, exactly. If you told me, if I fought tomorrow for $4 million, but I had to
I'll
lose
do
30
whatever the
pounds
fuck it
today,
takes.
I'm not leaving the toilet today. I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah, right.
Speaking of losing weight, it's me. But for you guys gaining weight, the road to 200. How's that coming along?
Ooh, good
dude.
pull. Good pull.
Oh,
good
that
pull.
was good. He was good on that, bro.
good.
Okay, so Road to 200 is dicey right now.
Okay.
My boy's already started at like 176.
Okay.
So he
Yeah,
was
I had
like
a good little jump
You had
start.
a little
on
jump
it,
start,
yeah.
yeah.
he was at a good spot. But oh no, man. I mean, I've gained 6.5 pounds since
Okay.
the start of the year.
It's tough to do that. So
Dude,
good for you.
my metabolism, bro. I mean, whenever
Must
me
be nice.
like, and you see, bro, like Cass, the meals she's cooking me on a daily
They look
basis.
good,
boy
dude.
eats.
They look
Bro,
good.
I'm eating,
Yeah.
and I'm finishing that whole plate. That
Every
plate is
night I get a
clean.
Snapchat of him drinking a whole blender of protein drink, and then
Yeah.
he flexes, and I'm like
Thank
Bro,
you.
so I mean, the thing is, like, I'm putting time at the gym, so obviously that's taken away from calories.
Yep.
So it's like you want to be busting your ass in the gym, but at the same time, you don't want to be draining these calories out of you.
100%.
And I don't have a ton of time where I can like be in the gym for 3-4 hours and drag it out and like do it the right
Listen,
way.
dude, I mean, we're in April. You're talking about putting on 7 pounds of muscle already. That's impressive.
Yeah, I appreciate
It's
that.
so hard to put on muscle. So
I appreciate
keep
that.
it going, dude.
It's a fucking bitch.
I'm on
definitely
the opposite side of the spectrum. So if you ever need my advice on how to get to 200, I'll get you there.
Well,
tomorrow.
well, you're on the road to 200, but a different
different
way.
way. Yeah. And I was on the road to 200. I put the car in park for a little bit. So
One thing that I saw though, bro, I'm not gonna lie, like you go to a lot of these UFC fights,
Yeah.
and you're like front row, like you're
awesome,
meeting
dude.
the fucking like I don't even know if you met President Trump, but you were like with
did.
like Donald Trump Jr. and like all these guys.
Yeah.
Like how was that experience, bro?
I like to call myself an F-list celebrity, right? So everyone who's A, B, C, or D gets the invite before I do. But if there's an extra seat out there somewhere in the octagon,
You're gonna be there.
I do have the capability of getting the invitation, so it's nice. Bro, if I never went to another UFC event again, I can die knowing that I've lived a cooler lifestyle as far as a UFC fan goes than most people in the world.
100%. It's not even
It's
close.
super cool, man. And I'm nothing but blessed and lucky to get that invitation. I've seen some really cool fights. I've met some really cool fighters. I've met some really cool celebrities, man. I mean, yeah, you mentioned the Trumps, the president, his sons. Yeah. I've met them. My last fight, I was sitting next to Damon John from the Shark Tank.
no fucking way.
Super cool. Super cool. Aaron Judge was sitting a row in front of us.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
yeah, because I saw like all the pictures you posted from that event, and
Yeah.
it was like, it's fucking gnarly, bro. Because the UFC draws the same crowd as like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it's like just
It's
A-list
crazy.
celebrities, bro. Like everyone pretty much
Everywhere,
on
dude.
the floor is all A-list, and it's like,
Diego Lopez is fighting tonight. He's sponsored by Happy Dad. I reached out to my boss. I was like, I know it's kind of last minute. Any shot we're getting Happy Dad tickets because he's fighting? He's like, 0 chance. You're not coming to this fight. I'm like, I heard that. Like Miami's tough, dude. You know,
Yeah.
I have a better shot of getting an invitation to Vegas than I do Miami.
and are they all arenas? Like every place is pretty much an arena. It's not gonna. They're gonna
Yeah,
have to
they
do a
did.
stadium.
One of the first fights I ever watched in 2007 was an outdoor arena in Abu Dhabi.
Wow.
And Dana said he would never do it again because the weather affects the climate so much, just the texture of the mat. It becomes more slippery. It's more dangerous. So, yeah, everything right now is in basketball style arenas, 27,000, 30,000 seat arenas.
But that's still, I mean, bro, you're talking about,
It's incredible.
Yeah,
it's
it's
incredible. I would love, I think if you pick the right city, the UFC could get a football stadium involved.
Yeah.
It's such a small octagon in the grand scheme of things that sitting in the, let's say, the 400 levels of a Jag stadium for an octagon that small, you wouldn't
Forget
even
it.
see the two guys.
Forget
But the
it,
jumbo
bro.
screen, you got the jumbotron.
yeah,
Are
but
you really going to be able to convince someone to spend $300,
True,
$400 to
yeah.
look at the jumbo
But
screen?
if you're using the Jacksonville Jack Stadium, the tickets shouldn't be as much for the upper levels.
I'm with you. It's, I don't know. It's all a numbers
Yeah, I
game.
know.
So how much more
100%.
expensive is it to rent the Jag Stadium versus VyStar? You know
Right.
what I mean?
who's the coolest person you've met at one of these events?
Fighter or celebrity? Or
I mean,
either
both.
one?
Yeah, go both.
Man, fighter. As far as a fighter goes, again, I've been able to continue a relationship with Jorge Masvidal and his team. I work more with his coworkers and his business partners than I do him, but I've met him enough times where he's great to meet. Hector Lombard, former Bellator champion,
Okay.
who had a stint in the UFC. Great guy, man. Great guy. Love him to pieces. And then Clay Guida, UFC Hall of Famer. One of my favorite guys ever. I have a crazy story about him. He was in Jacksonville for a fight and came into Surfer on a Sunday night. My buddy Joey was working at Surfer at the time and called me and said, Clay Guida just walked in by himself. It's 10 p.m. on a Sunday. We're dead. He wants to know what to do. I told him I know the guy who could show him around. Get your ass out of bed. And I was living right next to Cassidy at the time. I said, I'll be there in 30 seconds. And I drove down, hung out with Clay Guida all night. We got hammered till 3 o'clock in the morning, and he crashed on my couch.
Oh my
I hung out
god!
with Clay Guida. I've kept up with Clay Guida ever since.
Fuck,
yeah, I
bro.
flew to Austin, Texas for one of his last fights.
That's
Dang.
insane.
Yeah, Clay, Hector, Jorge.
It's so cool, like the amount of respect
Ramon,
that
obviously
I've got.
a great guy.
I was
You
gonna
guys
say,
had him on
bro,
the- yeah,
like
Ramon's
the
awesome.
amount of respect that I have for these UFC fighters, like after
Crazy.
having Ramon on, after having Trey Waters on, like these guys, they just live such a different lifestyle where they're like, all they think about is fighting.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. Like when we go out to the bars, like I mean, we've partied
There's a
with them
sense of
couple times.
self-discipline to them. Where
Right,
it's like,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
almost like you can't get a read on them, but they're just so focused in everything they
And the
do.
fact that you know that they can beat your ass or like beat anybody's ass or they try.
When I hung out with Clay Guida, Clay, if you ever watch, there's a funny story about you. Guys like, he's in his 40s, 5, 6, maybe, smaller guy, you know. I know who he is because I've been watching the guy for 20 years.
Yeah.
Walking up to these girls in the bar with confidence that he's going to go home with one. I'm like, this guy just shoot. He doesn't like, in his mind, he's the guy, which I mean, he is in my world.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like I grew up idolizing this guy,
Yeah.
but he's just walking up shooting a shot with girls who have never seen this guy before in their life. It's like, to them, it's a 5'6" lightweight guy, just, you know, with confidence.
If
I'm
they
like,
only knew.
yeah, right. If they only knew who they're telling to leave them alone.
Yeah.
Like, oh
Yeah.
man, I wish, but
Well, it's funny too, because like with Ramon, bro, like he got that 4-fight contract,
Yep.
which you were telling us about a little bit about before we started recording. And it's like I didn't really understand how that whole process goes, but like low key, like you're talking to a superstar. Like say it however you want to say it, but this dude is fighting in the UFC, the highest level.
Yeah.
He is a professional athlete.
absolutely.
And I mean, dude, it's just like, I love, it's cool because since we had him on the podcast, I mean, you don't realize how much goes into being a UFC fighter or just like being able to be at that level of like athleticism.
Yeah.
And those dudes are fucking dogs, bro.
And throw in that he has a wife and kids.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Right.
Bro,
Dude, and his wife, Allie, sweetheart, dude.
Yeah.
Love her to pieces.
Oh, I
Yeah,
could see
she's
it, bro.
awesome,
Yeah. I mean, he's such a great dude. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure you'd only pick the best. Like, he's one of those guys where, like, I really love having those type of dudes on the pod because, I mean, bro, salute to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you can't shout
I'll
at
hit
that
up
dude
Ramon on a
enough.
random Sunday. I'm like, yo, but at the rec, what you doing? He's like, bet I'm on my way. And we just like, so you want to know how cool the rec is? I hang out with UFC fighters at the rec. So put some respect on my bar's name.
So we got Derrick Henry and Ramon Tavares. at the rec.
Yeah, Ramon and Derrick Henry both at the rec. I'll tell you, the rec pulls some big people.
That's great. You want the last one?
Drink it, dude. I got enough of them in my fridge.
I'll take it.
Yeah, trust me.
So what is the perks come like with Happy Dad? Like if you were to go and buy a Happy Dad, like would you ever buy a case or do they send you cases? How does that work?
No, so I mean, if depending on what I'm buying them for, I can have them like reimbursed. You know, if it's for tastings or stuff like that, I obviously like can go to our local.
No, just try a lemon lime. Sorry,
already tried
I'm not
lemon
meaning to cut you off. I
No,
just
you're
want to
good.
make sure to see you like it.
Yeah, try it again.
Sprite.
Try it again. Try it again. You gotta try it again.
One more sip. Have one more sip.
Yeah, take a third sip.
Just yeah.
Yeah,
Wait a second.
yeah, of this can.
Finish that can and let me know.
Dude, that one's much better. Yeah.
Joey's drunk. Okay, go ahead.
You know, like we have local distribution warehouses. I can go pick up a case if I have an event or something going on for taste testing, stuff like that. But I mean, it has its normal perks that, you know, any sort of company in my industry does.
Did you ever think that there'd be a chance, like in your life, where you would be rocking a seltzer as hard as you are? Because
Dude,
I mean, I remember, like to be honest, not to cut you off, but
you're
like White Claw, when White Claw first came out, like shout out to my Uncle David, we'd be going on the boat every fucking weekend.
Ain't no laws, dude. They took over the market.
All white Claw. Every single time it'd be all White Claw.
Bro.
And so it's like I fuck with the seltzer thing is good because it goes down so easy when you're on the boat or you're at the beach or whatever. But I mean, bro, what beats like a Mick Ultra? You know what I mean? Like I hate to even say it, but it's like,
Out on a boat, a Happy Dad does, I promise you.
dude, facts. No, that's facts.
I grew up baptized a Catholic, going to a Lutheran church and a Baptist school, and I went to a non-denominational Christian college. I never thought in my life I'd be working for an alcohol company.
Amen.
But
Amen, baby.
yeah, God won, Happy Dad too. That's how my life rolls. But
That's hilarious.
man, it's I don't know. I dealt with yeah. You could even ask Cassie about this. She met me at the tail end of like a downward spiral, like shit time in my life. You know. And we'll go about that if I'm ever back on the podcast again. But I dealt with a rough 2 years and didn't know like where my life was going to end up, where I was going to go. And then the cards just fell my way one day.
Yeah.
Here I am working for one of the coolest companies on the market. I'm talking about all these people that I hang out with at fights and stuff like that. I'm going to these fights. I'm flying across the country, man. It's a super cool gig.
And you're a big Boston fan, bro.
Huge Boston fan. Nashville, city number 1 in the world. Boston, city number 2.
So why? Like, are you born and
Families
raised-
from Connecticut.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, we have a split family, Yankees and Sox fan, and I picked the most recent winning side. I can't say the most winning side because it's obviously a Yankee franchise.
Come on now.
I know.
Here's what I'll say though.
Hate
bro,
the Yankees, dude.
Is everyone that watches this podcast knows this is forever through and through a fuck Tom Brady podcast.
Fuck him.
Fuck Tom Brady.
Hey, I'd fuck Tom Brady.
Yeah. Bro,
Bring it on.
me and Joey,
Bring it on.
Me and Joey have always hated Tom Brady.
How do you love somebody who kisses his son on the lips when the son?
How do you love somebody that like deliberately cheated in the Super Bowl?
Joey,
like,
I love you, and you jerk off with the lights on. Like, what? Like,
How could you not?
Yeah. So, I mean, he kissed his kids. Who cares, dude? Fuck it. He won me 6 Super Bowls, and I got to see all 6 of them.
I'll give him
Not
his
even
respect.
Steelers fans can say that.
I'll give him his respect as a quarterback, but man, it's fuck Tom Brady till the day I die.
I just met
Dude,
Miles
whatever.
Jack last weekend, actually
saw
at
that.
Surfer.
I saw that. He was
and
down.
Here's what I
Keep
will
going.
say.
He was not down.
Is if you can sit here and honestly admit that Miles Jack wasn't down, like, we're good.
What's your
that's
I'm
the
not gonna
referee's
admit
fault.
that. I'm not going to admit that.
Are you
He wasn't
serious?
down though, but like
he was down. He
Have
literally
you
made
seen the
bodily
replay?
contact with Deion Lewis on the left hash mark. He was down.
no,
You haven't looked at the
Hey,
replay.
consider me delusional.
No.
Whatever.
You are. You
could
are
debate this. We
delusional.
could debate this all day.
Here's the thing: is when it comes down to it, is the Jaguars, that was their chance.
That was our
was.
year.
That was our year. You
And
know,
it
we
got
had the best D
stolen.
line. Our whole defense, bro. Our
Saxonville was
defense
nuts,
Jacksonville
dude.
was
broke
nuts.
records that entire
crazy.
year. I mean, the fact is like we were the better team.
was
Like
crazy.
I hate to say it,
We
but
were.
like,
I don't even hate to say it. I love
It's
to say
funny
it.
And then what
seeing that,
happened?
like,
So that y'all go to the
animated-
Super Bowl, you couldn't get it done.
We lost.
So it's like what?
So it would have been us because you guys cheated it from us.
You would have lost in the Super Bowl.
No,
That's
no,
what
no,
you
no,
wanted.
No.
We would have
No.
won if we would have made it because we were smoking.
Yeah, listen,
we weren't
we-
smoking you, but we were
No,
gonna beat
you-
You were up 10 in the 4th, and you blew that.
because you cheated.
Okay.
As the refs cheated.
No, they didn't cheat. Yeah,
the
technically
refs.
the refs.
It's always
cheated,
the refs.
Technically,
But fuck Tom Brady.
They still gave up a 10-point lead. Like, did we even score on that drive with Deion Lewis fumbling the ball? I don't know. We might have. I'm not sure.
I think
I'm trying to
Well,
think.
we'd have to go back
we
and
got
watch
the
the
ball
highlights.
back. We got the ball back.
Yeah, so then what the fuck does it matter? You got the ball back and still blew a 10-point lead.
No, but that's a touchdown. That's a guaranteed
It
like
was a
7
touchdown.
points.
He
Like,
was-
let's be
yep.
honest. Like if we're up 7 points or 17 points going into
Yeah, it's game over.
fourth quarter, I mean game over.
Sure.
It killed the morale. It killed our drive. Like it's not good.
Let's be honest. Like, are you a Boston fan through and through, like every sport,
Through
or
and
is
through.
it?
Through and through.
So we're talking like the Bruins.
Underneath this hoodie, I got the Bruins hockey puck, Fenway Park, Celtics parquet, and all 6 Lombardis tattooed on me.
You just love
Through and
the
through.
fucking.
I'll go toe-to-toe with anyone in the ring on why Boston's title town.
God, dude. And I mean, they are a great like city when it comes to sports and stuff. But I will say, I hate every single Boston team.
I'll self-admittedly say I was spoiled my entire life growing up. I grew up, I chose the best city in the world for my generation.
And then here
to
we
be a
are
fan
in
of.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, it kind of sucks.
It does.
Yeah.
Would you ever like transfer and be a Jags fan? Like,
I have
if it ever
Trevor
came-
Lawrence tattooed on my ass.
No
you
way.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
got the chance to show him. Yeah. Yeah, I'll support the Jags. I've been to...
Wait, why do you have that? Why would you get that?
How did that come about?
Yeah, Jags-Chargers playoff game.
That was a good game.
Down
That was
27,
such
down
a good game.
27-0. I'm sitting in one of the boxes on the 20-yard line with a group of guys who were nice enough to invite me out. You know, had an extra ticket in the box. And it's me and my buddy Joey, who introduced me to Clay, who we mentioned before. We're drunk and said, dude, if the Jags come back and win this, we'll get Trevor Lawrence tattooed on our
No
ass.
way.
Shut the fuck up.
They did.
They
we,
won.
We held our word.
They won.
And we followed through on that because
You're good.
the people that invited us were in the alcohol industry. And Joey and I kind of looked at each other and said, you already work with them. I'm a competitor of theirs right now, but who knows, like, when our paths are ever going to cross. You know, like, I want to be able to walk into an interview in the future and say, like, hey, remember me? Like, I held up my end of the bargain. This is the kind of person I am. Look at my left ass cheek.
It's Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, Joey now actually works for that company.
What image of Trevor is it? Like,
You remember the Polaroid that went viral of him with the sunglasses?
Yes.
That's it.
Shut the fuck up. That's on your left ass cheek.
It says it was always the Jags and stay easy.
Can we see that later?
yeah.
Can we see that off
after?
camera?
Yeah, off camera. I'll show it to you. So a week later, I'm in bed. My roommate texts me and says, "Dude, T-Law just walked into Lynch's. You have to show him your tattoo." I'm half asleep. I read Ty Law, Patriots legend, right? I beeline it out of the house with my Patriots jersey on. I'm thinking he's talking about my Patriots
Oh
tattoo.
my
Oh my God, what an idiot.
I lived right next door to Cassidy, so I'm running distance from Lynch's. I'm sprinting halfway there. All of a sudden, like, I'm trying to think like mid-sprint, why is Ty Law in Jacksonville? At the time, he was our safeties coach. So I'm like, why is Ty Law in Jacksonville? Who's he recruiting? Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, is he interviewing with the Jags? I'm going to be so pissed. I get about halfway there. I'm like by Joe's Crab Shack, and I realize he said T-Law, not Ty Law. I'm wearing a Patriots jersey.
Shit.
I can't introduce myself to Trevor Lawrence wearing a Patriots jersey.
God.
I rip my Tom Brady jersey off, throw it in a bush over by Joe's Crab Shack, sprint all the way down to Lynch's. Trevor's like talking to his O-line, like looking this way, and there's a bar still open on this side of him. And I just casually come and sit down, like out of breath. I'm huffing and puffing. And he like looks over his shoulder. I was like, hey man, how's it going? Are you Trevor Lawrence by chance? God, you look familiar. And he's like, yeah, I am, man. You good? And I'm like, yeah, I've out of breath. It was crazy. Long walk. Also, you got a crazy story. I got you tattooed on my left half cheek. He's like, even crazier, but I feel like I got to see it now. I'm like, okay. And in the middle of Lynch's, I dropped my pants and like showed Trevor Lawrence. And his whole O-line and his wife Marissa was there, and he busts out laughing, calls them all over. He's like, dude, this guy's got me tattooed on his ass cheek. And sure enough, and that was, I was like, all right, Trevor, well, nice meeting you. I just closed my tab. I'm in and out. I'm going back home. Nice meeting you. Good luck next season.
Oh,
and I left. I
God.
walked back home, grabbed my Patriots jersey out of a bush, and I went back to bed.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Because nobody would have picked up that jersey. They would have seen it. Like,
Oh, yeah,
would've
no,
burned
for
it.
sure. They would be like, what the fuck is this?
It's crazy, dude. Right. My first time ever coming to Jacksonville was a week after that playoff game versus the Jags. And they're up 10. My cousin Taylor's like calling me, talking all this shit. They're up 10. Everyone in her sorority and frat. And, oh, when you're coming up here next week, you got to wear a Jags jersey to our tailgate, this and that. I said, all right, if New England wins, you got to wear a Patriots jersey. It is what it is. Oh, yeah, deal, no problem. I said, bro, you're going up against Tom Brady. You have no idea. I'm so comfortable down 10 right now, you have no idea. Which is crazy to look back on and think that, like,
Yeah.
I had a quarterback so good that I could be down 10.
But I understand.
Yeah, it's just like,
Fuck you.
I give him his respect.
it's the GOAT,
as a
right? He's the
quarterback,
GOAT. It's like,
And for that, let's get into our favorite segment.
let's do it.
Attaboy.
Let's do it.
I like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 124 on the clock. Joe, you got us ready?
Oh, I got us ready.
Let's do it.
I gotta take a fucking piss right now, so that's perfect. All right, Colin. So how this is gonna work is rapid fire questions,
Okay.
this or that questions.
Cool.
1 minute.
Let's do it.
Answer at the best of your ability.
On it.
You ready, Joey?
Yes, sir. I'll go first.
Uno, dos, tres.
Cans or bottles?
Bottles.
Original flavor or limited drops?
Original.
Sales pitch or chill conversation?
Depends on the situation. Chill pitch.
Merch or product?
Merch.
Work hard or network harder?
Network harder.
Brand loyalty or best tasting drink wins?
Best tasting drink.
Influencer collab or local event?
Influencer.
Cold one at noon or nightcap seltzer?
Cold one at noon.
Beach day or mountain trip?
Mountain.
Early bird or night owl?
Night owl.
Tacos or burgers?
Depends on the situation. Burgers most of the time.
Florida heat or northern cold?
Northern cold.
What? Dream car or dream vacation?
Dream car.
TikTok scroll or YouTube deep dive?
TikTok scroll.
Hoodie weather or tank top season?
Hoodie weather.
Golf day or game day?
Golf day.
Okay. Diaper duty or bedtime stories?
Bedtime stories.
Dad jokes or dad strength?
Dad jokes.
Park day or movie night?
Movie night.
Sneakers or slides in dad mode?
The dad mode gets me. Dad mode every time.
Discipline or softy?
Discipline.
Mini-me match outfits or let them style themselves?
Mini-me's.
Morning cartoons or late night snacks?
Late night snacks.
Discipline or...
We already did this one.
Did we?
Yeah.
Morning... Okay,
We did that one.
So we're done.
The clock's over. The clock has been over.
And welcome to your 67 take of the day.
Good job, Colin.
Hey, cheers, boys.
You crushed, brother.
Thanks, man.
Shit.
This was awesome.
So let's
Yeah,
tell
keep
the
going,
people
yeah.
know where they can find you, where they can shop Happy Dad. Like, let's give them the whole nine.
Yeah, our Happy Dad's available in every large retailer that you go shopping in. If you're in Florida, Publix, Walmart, Winn-Dixie, whatever your Publix version and around the country, wherever you guys are listening from, you can find them in there. Kroger's, Food Lions, Myers, Stop and Shops, we're in those. You can find me on Instagram at CollinBS1. It's Colin with 2 L's. And then obviously, if you're in the Jacks Beach area, you can find Happy Dad at pretty much every bar in town.
Good shit, brother. That means you're working good.
I am.
Yes,
I am.
sir.
It's all about networking, baby.
And then shout out to all the OGs that are watching this episode. This
Absolutely.
episode 124. If you guys are interested in being a Patreon member, if you want more bonus content with Joey, where can they go?
Hit that Patreon, baby.
Patreon.com/OG Sessions. Choose the memberships right for you, and let's get this motherfucker cooking, baby.
Yes, sir.
And if you guys want to look as fire as me right now, not as fire as Joey, because Joey looks like shit right
It's
now.
hard to look like
But-
this, you know what I'm saying?
That's ogsessions.com. We got all the merch on there for you guys. Definitely keep shopping with us. And if you guys are wanting to follow us on social media and see more shit that's going on, that's going to be OG Sessions Pod on everything except TikTok. That's just OG Sessions. And once again, shout out to the boy Colin for coming through.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
love you,
We
boys.
got
This has
drunk
been
off some
awesome.
hobby dads. Hey,
This has been
first
awesome.
drunk episode.
Yes,
Love it.
sir.
I know.
That's what
that boy
I
Joey-
do. That's what I do. I change lives. I get
That
everybody
one,
drunk.
Joey. Hey, go ahead. Finish it right now.
I can't.
We'll finish the episode as soon as you finish that drink. Go ahead.
While he's slowly chugging that, I'd just like to say, your boy Coltrane, thank you for introducing me to him. That was a great episode you guys have.
Brother, of course.
Love Cole, dude. He's awesome.
Good
Dude,
guy.
what a great
I comment
motherfucker.
on his videos, and I feel like we have a personal connection.
Work.
Guys, this is OG Sessions Podcast. Thanks for
All right,
listening,
ladies
and we'll
and
talk to you
gentlemen,
later.
thanks for listening to the OGS podcast. Boys, we'll be back next week. We are out.
Out.
Peace.